Let's see if my microphone's working. It ain't. Alright, give me a second. Hello? There we are. Yay! We did it. We're in the yellow. That's all we wanted. Woo! Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. Right back into the game! We'll probably do some Pokemon on Friday or something, guaranteed. Maybe Pokemon on Friday would be a good idea, actually, now that I think about it. Like, if this case takes, like, maybe 2-ish streams to finish, maybe a little more. If we, like, play Pokemon on Friday, that might be chill. Hey, Experiment, how you going? How's the crack-a-lackin'? We're hanging out, questioning life. Is that a Minecraft shirt? It is! It's like the creeper, but it's an exclamation mark. It's a nice shirt. It's funny, I bought it when I didn't even really play Minecraft. I don't think I even had Minecraft when I bought this shirt, but I was like, it's fine, you know, like, I like the design, so, yeah. I do that sometimes. Like, I've never really played, I played the first little bit of Dishonored, but I have a Dishonored shirt, so. Doing good, just woke up this early for the first time in a while, so I gotta catch your streams. Hey, thank you, appreciate it. But I don't have Minecraft on PS5, that's fair. My sister created a Minecraft server. Ah. It's a good time. I always feel conflicted about Minecraft because there's always this element of like unlimited creativity, and then there's the other part of my brain that's like, hang on, I have to use my brain. That's not happening. Oh, that reminds me, I need to set an alarm. I've got D&D tomorrow, so I gotta make sure I wake up at the right time. Just gonna set a 7:30 alarm and I'll just roll out of bed whenever I get to it. Mood. It is a nice shirt. I approve. A creeper walked into my house yesterday, so I absolutely feel the exclamation mark. I hadn't even thought of it that way. But yeah, that does make sense. Like, you just hear the tss, and then you're like, I'm actually, true story, I'm a complete pussy when it comes to Minecraft. I'm absolutely terrified. If House was here, he'd be like, yes, she is so scared of everything. I'm terrified of Minecraft because stuff just kind of like spawns behind you and you have no real like control. Like, things actually just pop out of existence. Like, at least with something like Terraria, things walk into the area, you know, they're not literally appearing out of nowhere. But in Minecraft, shit just comes out at you from every direction and I'm just terrified. Can't do it. I'm working on more video tutorials for that pattern tomorrow. Nice. But for now, BRB, need a shower. Have a good shower, Aylin. I run 2 D&D games and I just want to be a player. I have an idea for a youth group counselor that would be so fun to play. Wait. Are you saying that you want to be a youth group counselor that holds a D&D tournament? Or are you saying that you want to play a character? You want to play a youth group counselor in a D&D campaign? Because that would be crazy. Like, can you imagine after the fights, you like pull them aside and you're like, okay, so just remember that everything that we say between each other is completely confidential. How did you feel about that fight? Are you okay? How are you recovering? And they're like, yeah, honestly, like, I felt exhilarated when I like stabbed that guy, but then I like thought about like my history and my past, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't feel that way. And it's like, but you were like trying to protect the other people around you. It's like, yeah, but am I a bad guy? It's like, you're not a bad guy. No. Yes, just like that. I love it. Let's fucking go. I want to play a character that's a youth group counselor. That's fucking awesome. I would love to, if you ever do that, please just give me, I want to play that character. Amazing. I love it. And then at some point, your whole like group turn to you and they're like, this is an intervention. Sit down. Like, you always ask us about our feelings, but what about your feelings? How are you feeling? And your character starts welling up and it's like, it's been really hard. Like, I'm here to like, I want to be relied on so much that I don't realize that I'm like not thinking about my own feelings and how like, when I hear you guys talk about all your problems, all I think about is that I don't know how to share my own feelings with others. And it just fucking becomes a whole thing. And everyone else becomes your therapist. Yes, this is what I live for. Fucking love it. And he's in a fucking dumpster fire of a character behind the facade. Let's go. I love it. What a great idea. I love it. My current character is like a fire Ganassi warlock who's a warlock to a different like clan, like to like a different people. So I can like, I'm like a fire Ganassi, so technically I should be with like the fire genie dude who's in charge, but I'm like, fuck them. I'm going with the thunder genie guy. So I have a thunder genie even though I'm a fire Ganassi. And I'm like secretary vibes. That's my vibe. Yes, you understand the vision. I do very much so. I feel it in my soul. Let's just say. I want him to be a Way of Mercy monk. A Way of Mercy monk. How's that work? I don't think I've heard of that one. I always love the idea of playing monk and then I like chicken out last second. Because I'm like, maybe it's too complicated. Like, I don't like the whole idea of using, what are they called? Like, oh god, what are they called? There's, what are they called? There's a thing where you have key points. That's the word I want. There's like key points and stuff and I'm like, I don't want to be like held responsible, you know? I'm bad with spells too, but here we are. Okay. Oh, okay, I love that. I love the contradiction in characters that makes it really fun. Just turn it around, guys. Just turn it around. Yeah. Having a good time. I'm just doing a one-shot currently. Thankfully, I feel like by the time I get to the end of our, like, by the time we get to the end of this one-shot, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, thank God. And what I mean is that obviously, like, I don't know, like when I was unemployed and living at home, D&D was amazing, okay? D&D was a great time to dedicate yourself to something for a good couple of hours, okay? It was a great time. Well, now it's like, you want to take up 4 hours of my day? That's a big ask. Like, I want to fit in like a nap. I still gotta finish the video for this week. Like, too much. Way of Mercy monks can heal with a flurry of blows, and I like that I can, just in the middle of beating someone to a pulp, I can put my hand on my friend and just like, hey, you're really great, you know that? Just boom, boom. You know, don't forget that, you know, you're a good person inside. Boom, boom. Oh, fantastic. Great way of looking at it. I have the limits on my party of 3 hours so they get a good night's rest. That's cute. You know what's funny? That actually makes me think, I don't know if you've heard of this anime, but there's an anime where it's all about, it's something like, you're not supposed to use healing magic that way or something. And the guy is literally like, uses healing on himself so he could just keep bashing people up and then like heals as he keeps bashing people. It's a whole thing. Okay. Are we playing the game? What are we doing? I hope everyone's had a good day. I've been vibing. It's been a good time. Good morning. Good day. All that stuff. We are currently up to case 3 of Miles Edgeworth, and we're vibing. I love it. It's like the Batman, you know what he's having meme. You know what he's having meme? What meme is this? I feel like I need to Google this. Hold up. You want what he's having? Hold up. Batman meme. You what? You want what he's having. You want what he's having. Is this a picture? Is this it's a video. So it tries to get him to stop. Pardon. Looks like a TikTok. Let's see what this shows. Right. Yep. I could see the inspiration. Okay. Yeah. Tries to stop him. Just like, maybe you should just like hold up on your hits. And it's like, no. We're fucking fine shit. Hey, buddy. Are you alright? I'm the youth pastor. I don't reveal my emotions. Answer is yes, please do. Anyway, love the idea. I hope you have a lot of fun with that. Hopefully it happens, because obviously D&D is difficult to manage. You know, like it's difficult to organize. I'm gonna try something, guys. Just give me a second. So there's filters, right? So I can change what the background looks like. I'm wondering if I can change the background to be a different color. I want color correction? Maybe? Gamma, contrast, saturation. Whoa. No, I want hue shift. Oh my god! Look, guys, I could just do it like this. What have I been doing up until this point? Can I make it look a nice pink? Okay, that's red. Ooh, I can make it a nice pink. Oh, whoa. Are we winning? So I kind of want it like, I'd probably have it like this pink. Sorry, we were talking about like doing like a Valentine's background, okay? We were talking about doing a Valentine's background, and I was like, oh, I could make the background pink. And then I was like, shit, I'll have to remake the background. And then I was like, hang on, I could just grab this. There's probably like something in stream in Discord that lets me do it manually, and here we are. All right. Blue is the best though. We'll save that for Valentine's Day. Wow, wings, a whole other color. Are you sure this isn't too much of a change? It's just for Valentine's Day in like 2-ish weeks, okay? A little more than 2 weeks. All right. We're gonna make some orbs kiss. That's the plan. It's gonna be great. Very excited. This is to teach you about commitment and sticking to the choices you've made. Oh no. Oh no. Just keep being evil. Don't be evil, but keep being evil. I don't think I have the sound up appropriately. Hello? Hello? Oh no, I have to remember all the voices! I'm fine. Okay, just for Valentine's Day. I can live with that, as long as we go back to blue. Obviously. I love blue. Whenever I like switch to like a different like my Halloween background or something like that, whenever I switch to different stuff, yeah, I start getting sad. Like in my soul, I'm like, I can't stand it. That's Halloween. Do I not have the Forlorn Fortress button on here? I don't. I have other backgrounds. Hold up. There's this one. And this one. And, well, this one's supposed to be purple, but that's fine. Oh, that's full screen. We're fine. Anyway. But blue is good! I love this background! I still want to like make little changes and adjustments to it, but then I keep like not knowing how to like put the two together. And by that I mean like the background is obviously like a spinning spiral of stars and it looks great, right? But then I'm like, what if I want to add more of this like little pixel art? Or even down here with the orbs, should I give them like a little platform? I did a little like cloud platform at one point, but like, do I want to do that still? Like, I don't know. Indecisive. You know me. I'm very good at it. Sure are taking their time. I thought this was supposed to be a 10-minute recess. Sorry to keep you losers waiting. But no, wait no longer. I won the race to find Alicia Scone, and here she is. Hello, dearies. This lovely man said you wanted to speak to me. Delicia Scone, purveyor of the most wondrous wares a pharmacist can offer, at your service. Delicia to my pals, and even Miss Delicious to some. And you can call me the winner, and I'll call you whatever I want. Alright, Winnie Pooh, whatever you say. It's lovely to meet you, dearie. And so much for call me the winner. Oh, have we met before, young man? Get a load of this, Delicia. That's Miles Edgeworth, Gregory's son. Well, I never. It's a pleasure to meet you, Milesy Smiles. Great name. If you must address me by my given name, just Miles will do. Oh, Greggy Peglegs boy, and all grown up too. Makes me feel my age. Why don't you? I wonder just how old she is. Eustace, I believe we have some questions for our pharmacist. Oh yeah. What brings you to the gallery today, Miss Scone? Why, I came to see Miss Old Moody Judy, of course. We've been fast friends for 18 long years, and no one's going to stop me visiting her now. I understand that you helped look after Mr. Gusto in the immediate aftermath of the attack. Oh, I didn't do much, really. Just whipped up a quick antidote for the dear old doctor. And then killed him. Wow, you can make an antidote just like that? Oh, yes, dear. As long as I have the right ingredients, I can throw together just about any medicine you like. It certainly helped that the medical room was well equipped, though. We were much better off treating him here than losing vital minutes taking him to a hospital. Anyway, we did what we could. The rest, well, that's up to him. And do note the victim, Miss Delicious. Oh, yes, well, sort of. It's been 18 years since I last saw him. Apparently, he's famous these days. One of the best confectioners in the world, or so they say. Interesting. So he's a well-known public figure. Oh, yes, dear. It was on the news and everything. Confectionery crafting king of the world, they said. Wow, so the old dog really went to Zhangfire and upped his game, just like he said he would. Man, she's really trying to keep things following. Perhaps we could proceed to the matter at hand, Miss Scone. Are you familiar with a substance known as Infesticide Ultra? Oh, of course, dearie. We use it to get rid of you-know-whats. Oh, it's awfully strong, though. That's why they don't sell it in the shops. Might I ask what you mean by you-know-whats? The little blighters that frighten the life out of poor innocent ladies like yours truly, that's what. Bugs. Ghastly little creatures spreading around people's nice clean kitchens and terrorizing them. Oh, I get it. Those. Those. Thank you, Miss Scone. One more question, if you don't mind. Are you aware of what happens when the chemicals Asphyxian and Ubiquium are combined? Oh, yes. It's right there in the Infesticide Ultra instructions. Do not mix with products containing Ubiquium, ever. Because if you do, they react with each other and make a horrible poisonous gas. What was it again? Effects of inhalation include respiratory complications and, death. Poor old Gusty very nearly didn't make it. To make that much gas, you'd need, probably 500 mils of each chemical, I'd say. Oh, that exonerates Larry! Because there's no way he has like 50, what did you say? Sorry, 500, wait, was it 500? Yeah, there's no way he had 500 pints of red paint. He's safe, guys. I don't like her. She's fine. She's not the murderer. Kay's also terrified of bugs too. So am I. What it do? It do good. Hope you're doing well, Keone. You got cut off mid-sentence by a loud Danish ads. Love that. If it makes you feel any better, I don't remember what I was talking about. So, I don't, well, I mean, it's, the game. The game is good. Love this game. Ubiquitous, awfully thick and sticky. It heats up very quickly indeed. It's also bright red and smells minty fresh. Oh, and cheap as chips. That's why they use it in everything. Asphyxian's more watery, and it's white in color. That will do, thank you. You are clearly well informed, Miss Scone. As well I should be, dearie. After all, Pesticide Ultra is made by the company I work for. Oh, but before you get the wrong idea, they don't go around handing out free samples. As I said, it's awfully, terribly dangerous. You couldn't buy it even if you wanted to. Yes, Miss Scone. Very interesting indeed. I think that tells us all we need to know. Strange. I thought she suspected Miss Scone. But something in that smile makes me wonder if she has some other angle in mind. Uh-oh. What is it, Detective Flatfoot? Any developments to report? Yes, sir. Turns out the sculpture's glass case open from the top. Huh, that's rather unusual. And the temperature inside can be adjusted too, all the way down to 0 degrees. The Pisces case was kept at 26 degrees. Dang near got my hand stuck to it. Water. The game is in fact good. I love the names in this game. Scone, that's a baker, Gavel, that's a judge, and all the other funny characters. It is really good. I love it. You don't expect it, and then they'll come out with something like, what's a good example? I'm trying to think through names. I don't know, Larry Butts. Let's just say Larry, because God bless the Larry. Wendy Oldbag. So many random names they came up with. I feel like there was one in the last game that that I was like quite like bemused by, but I can't remember what it was. Well, lucky you escaped alive. Anything more relevant to the case? I'm turning on my fan. It always gets so hot in here. Yeah, I found something on the other side of the top part of the Pisces case. Traces of ubiquitous. Oh, now we're talking. That's odd. If there was ubiquitous stuck to the top, it should have stayed stuck. After all, at 26, it would have been frozen solid. It would, huh? So how many things wind up as they are now? I think Kay might be able to help us figure out just that. Or at least Mr. Thief might. You guys are that desperate to get on my good side, huh? Fine, I don't know what the heck you're talking about, but take it away. I can't believe I'm taking orders from this guy, but whatever, anything for the truth. Before you get too carried away. Hi, Tap. How are you? I'm good. Hanging out, had a pretty chill day. Had a nap, played some Final Fantasy. Oh, I like kind of like skim watched. I watched the good portion of like 4 different movies. I watched Narnia. I watched the Narnia, Prince Caspian, and Voyage of the Dawn Treader back to back. Again, I kind of skimmed through them a little bit, but I watched a decent amount. As well as Pride and Prejudice. Because I've been thinking about him recently, so I was like, I'm gonna want to like watch him and stuff. It was interesting rewatching them actually. I thought it was it's one of those things where it's like I feel like a lot of movies nowadays are like very fast paced, or they kind of like take you to one location and then you're next in the next location. Like even think about something like fuck, I'm blanking. What's it called? John Wick, right? John Wick, you know, he's like at one person's place, like he's all within like one area for the most part, but then he'll like go over here and then go over there, and then even in the second one he's like going across countries apparently with like probably with like a plane or something within a couple of days. Like it's this whole thing. Anyway, but then, you know, like with something like Narnia, they actually do a pretty good job of being like leading you through the land on like kind of like a journey. Not to mention, like, you don't even go into Narnia until like 25 minutes into the movie. Like, I don't know, it was like tons of like little things that I was kind of like appreciating the story for. It's great. Eustace is an ass. So is she. Excited to complete your original decks for those shinies. I am. I really want a Manaphy shiny, but holy fuck, it's gonna take time. Okay, so, Tap, I have a question on that. Also, wait, why does the badge on the guy's chest look like a bikini top? Wait, why does the badge on the guy's chest, the winner? Hold up. The goddess of justice has no need of your help. We will find the truth ourselves. Ouch, why so frosty, Judge G? Baby prosecutor just gave us the thumbs up. What's the issue here? Oh, wait, gentlemen, the committee has some dirty little secret it doesn't want us finding out. I am not required to explain myself to you. If you feel that you absolutely must participate in the investigation, perhaps you can prove to me that it will be worth our while to keep you around. What exactly does she have in mind here? The music changed! Quickly, save! Who triggered the release of the poison gas? If you can answer this question, I will consent to your participation in the investigation. You heard the ladies, Miles. Somebody open the Pisces case and let out that gas. Considering what we've learned so far, there's only one person it could possibly be, no? Huh? Okay, we'll look in a second. Okay, Tap. The question was, how do I fill up the Pokemon decks in home? Like, do I just need to, like, move characters in and then take them out and then they're counted as registered? Like, I can just move them in and then move them out instantly and that's it? Or is there something else I need to be doing? Like, every time, like, do I need to, like, pay for Pokemon Home in order to have, like, full access to its, like, capabilities to then be able to get, like, the thing? You need to catch one of each Pokemon and trade them to home. You can take them out. Okay, so it's literally just registering that they're there. Okay, wait, hold up. You need to pay to put Pokemon into home. Fuck! Really? Aww. It doesn't cost that much, does it? Oh. Oh, look. Pokemon Violet. Hold up. Not sure the cost. I'm pretty sure it's like pretty cheap, but I'm doubting myself. Hold up. Pokemon Home. Beat a beep bop ba da boom. Fastest. Because I'm pretty sure, like, it shows me some stuff that I've registered, but I don't know if it counts for everything. You know what I mean? I wasn't quite sure if I was even doing it correctly. So I was kind of like umming and ahhing a little bit. Come on, game. It's taking a goddamn sweet time. So there's Pokédex. And it shows all Pokemon. It says number registered 370. And then if I go to the Paldea region, it shows everything like this. Wait, let me... shows everything like this. So there's stuff that's like blacked out. Maybe I don't need to pay for it? So for example, you need Piplup, Prinplup, and Empoleon. You can't just have one of each ever. Yeah. But here I've like, so I've just put them into the thing, saved it, and then taken them out, and then that's it. Shit. Have I got any of the Hisui? Yeah, you need to transfer the Pokemon that's blank. You must have a sub if you can put Pokemon in. Oh, really? I didn't think I was paying for it. But maybe I did? I didn't think I could. Nintendo eShop. To check the premium plan. View 1 month plan. Because I've definitely got all of the Hoenn. Like, if I've got like Legends Arceus, so I have all of Hoenn done, right? Because like the whole point of that game is that you get the entire Pokédex, which I've done. Sup, House? Did you answer Discord? Sorry, that was very rude. You did. As it's my Wednesday, it would be your like Thursday early morning, right? I did. It would be Thursday early morning. Hold up, let me have a look. It's $5 for the first month. Move Pokemon over from Pokemon Bank. Deposit and store up to 6,000 Pokemon. Have up to 10 Pokemon up for trade in your Wonder Box at a time. Have up to 3 Pokemon up for trade. Create trade rooms. Gain access to the judge function? What the fuck? Okay, hold up. Move Pokemon over from Pokemon Bank. So you don't have to switch games. Okay. If that's the case, then yes, just let me know the time. So I said 5 o'clock my time. So, from right now, fuck my life. Math, 3 hours and a half ago. Is that right? I was thinking around 5, like just after 5. I have to do something with my sister and then come back home. And I'm hoping I'll be back home before we start. Sounds like a 10 a.m. thing. Okay. Let me know if you need help with obtaining Pokemon. I will. How much is a 12-month plan? Hold up, guys. Wait. Maybe I should just Google it. Hold up. Let's see what Google says. I'd be happy to work with you to complete our dexes together. Hell yeah. I always think every time something like this comes up, sorry, like the shiny AEST, as well as, and now we have like shiny Manaphy and the other one. I'm like, my brain is like, oh my god, like, I should just spend a whole stream dedicated to trying to like fulfill this thing, right? And then I don't end up doing it. And I'm like, what am I doing? Do I need Pokemon Home paid version to get shiny Melioda? No, you don't need the paid version for Pokemon Home to get shiny Melioda. Oh, thank God! Okay. We might be okay, guys. I'm gonna double check Reddit because Reddit is the truth behind everything. I'm trying to get shiny maybe. It would be good for taking all of my shiny Pokemon though. Fuck. It's fine. I don't need it. Okay. It says $25 for a year. That's pretty good actually. $25 for a year. Okay. Okay, let me just set a reminder on my phone for Friday now. Sorry, for my Thursday. So Thursday, so that's the 30th. This will be, bingo. Bingo, Skyrim. Sorry guys, I'm feeling my brain's a little chaotic right now. My brain's going in like 5 different directions. Okay. Oh, by the way, it has to be from that game for it to register. E.g. Piplup from Legends Arceus won't count towards the BDSP Sinnoh dex, but will count for the Legends Arceus Sui dex. No! No! Oh wait, no, that's not too bad. Cause it's just... Wait, but does that mean Kanto counts? Oh, fuck. Is there anything I should know about the bingo? Like, maybe how it works? I sent you a link, didn't I? Did I send you a link? Let me send you a link. Give me a mama. Just to give you an idea of what... You'll love this. You'll actually love this. House. If it loads. Because sometimes it just don't want to load, you know? I think I have the full Pokédex. I'm pretty sure I have the full Pokédex in Arceus. Sorry, in Brilliant Diamond and Pearl. I'm pretty sure I got the full Pokédex. And just started on unlocking the previous Pokédexes. Does that mean I can get all of Kanto through BDSP? Or is that not how that works? That's confusing. Come on, why isn't it opening? It did not open. That's good to know. Give me a second. There we go. Where is the houseman? Houseman. Alright, have a look on this website that I sent you, House. So that's the website. You can create a little room, just put in like a random password. And you can kind of look through the different, so it will automatically generate a bingo page, like a bingo page. And some of them even have like different settings. So I'm pretty sure there's no different settings for Skyrim, but for like other ones, it might be like early on quests versus later on quests, you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm thinking about getting Lily to ratify the bingo first, just so that it's not like too complicated or too crazy. I'm gonna get her opinion on it whenever she awakes, so. But yeah, we'll all basically log into that thing and we'll just, I think we're just gonna work to see who can get as many squares as possible before the end, rather than it be like a lockout bingo. I don't want to do a lockout bingo. D&D shit. Yeah. Sorry. Don't worry, I have both Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl games. I think I do too. So, and Legends, I'm almost complete, so I can help you easily, I think. You only need the Pokemon catchable in BDSP. Okay, for the Sinnoh original decks. The event Pokemon aren't required for the decks. Okay, I think I understand what you mean. Good, so it's not like the end game stuff that I need to worry about. It's just Sinnoh. Okay. That might not be too bad, actually. Because again, I did do a whole playthrough of it, and I did go around and get every single... I'm pretty sure I completed the Pokédex, bare minimum, in Brilliant Diamond and Pearl, so... Need that Manaphy. Oh wait, those are lobbies. Yes! Make your own lobby, sorry. Did I leave it open? So it says, yeah, it says new room, okay? It says new room. You can just write in a random room name, random password. Don't worry about any of that, okay? I'm just gonna... I see how this works now. Yeah! So you can choose like a game. And then you can have like, well, yeah, sometimes they have different variants or not. You can choose whether it's a non-lockout or a lockout bingo card, and then it will automatically generate the bingo card. It's pretty neat. Do you have Pokemon Home app on your phone? No. I didn't know you could get it on your phone, but I also don't use Pokemon Go, so it's not really... It's a moot point. Okay. Guys, I'm so good at focusing. We've played like 5 minutes of gameplay. The answer is indisputable. In that case, please kindly provide it now. Who released the poison gas? They make it sound obvious. I need to think about this. Someone was presumably stuck inside of this thing, and then I think what they did is they knocked someone unconscious, trapped them inside of this container, and then the frozen stuff was on the lid. They set the temperature higher, so it eventually melted and then formed the gas inside. But the guy luckily broke the roof out of it and managed to get out and run out of the room. That's what I think what happened. But as to who did it? Myself. Pokemon Home is needed to obtain the shinies when you unlock them. But not on my phone. I got it on this. I don't need it on my phone. Do I? I'm sure I'll figure it out. Okay. Who released the poison gas? I'm under the impression it's Judy is the main criminal, but maybe that's not who we're insinuating right now. Carmelo, maybe? I mean, he released the poison gas from inside of the broken container. Let's just choose.
Take that! Overruled.
Okay. I was wrong. I'm sorry. I wasn't sure. On your phone. Why on my phone? Don't I want the shinies in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? Okay, we were under the impression that it was Carmelo. Okay. See, I'm suspicious of Judy, but I didn't think we were drawing that type of conclusion yet, so... The victim, Carmelo Gusto, is the only person to have entered the Autumn Wing. Thus, only he could have opened the case. Correct. That appears to be the most logical answer. Very well, I will permit your participation in the investigation to continue. However, if at any point I feel you are contributing nothing of value, you will be removed immediately. Understood. Even if Mr. Gusto did open the case, we still have no idea why. Little Fee! Alright, Mr. Edgeworth, tell me what you want to see. Alright. Beep bop beep ba doop ba doop beep 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 bop bop ba doop ba doop boop boop boing. Nice. Eek! Don't scare me like that. So this is what you're talking about, your little thief. Let's begin by examining the Pisces sculpture. There's a generous amount of ubiquium frozen to the underside of the top part of the case. Yeah, which is what's keeping the lid on real tight. The actual glass lid is all cracked though, right? Someone really went to town on that little house there. On your little house there, huh, Pisces? Do we have any idea of how the glass lid might have come to be so cracked? Oh, well, doesn't look like the outer-facing side of the glass suffered any damage. I see, so we have a cracked piece of glass that we know was cold, ice cold, on its inner-facing side. And we also know it wasn't damaged in any direct way on its outer-facing surface. thoughts. First cold makes me think of the way you glare at people, sir. Cracks makes me think about those deeply etched lines on your forehead. It was cracked by heat expansion. Applying heat to ice-cold glass from the outside will cause it to crack. Why is everyone on my ass about this? Huh? Well, I appreciate the science lesson, but why is it all heat cracked in the first place? Nah. Hi, Apple Avocado. Questions. So many questions. Hi, Ultra. Hope your day's going well. I saw a cyber truck today. It looked like it was God's GPU started frying, and universe.exe fucked up its polygons and texture mapping to the point where it looks like a fucked up Batmobile. Wow, what a statement. In hindsight, I could have just said fucked up Batmobile and my point would have still have gotten across. No, the elaborated version is far funnier. I like it this way. Why indeed, a heat-cracked glass lid lined on its underside with frozen ubiquium. You like the cat that got the cream, Mouserino. You know what happened, don't you? I certainly do, and what's more, I know how Mr. Gusto opened the case. What? But you didn't give me a chance to figure it out first. It would have been quite the wait. Wow. Well, why don't you keep it to yourself? I want answers. How did Mr. Gusto open the case? The used blowtorch?
Take that!
The blowtorch shows signs of having been used recently when it was found here in the autumn wing. I think it's likely it was used on the glass lid, causing it to crack. A blowtorch? Who used a blowtorch to open a glass case? Oh, I get it. Mr. Gusto was trying to melt the frozen ubiquium so he could open the lid. Indeed. Good. You beat me to the answer by a second, but we'll see who wins in the end. Don't try and tell us you merely had it. You didn't have a clue. It was Edgeworth making things hard to understand. Okay, would you mind updating the recreation so Mr. Winner can follow along too? Sure, just for him. Alright, here it goes. Miles just casually doing the worst burns. Still great. Mr. Gusto was alone in the autumn wing, and while he was in here, he used this blowtorch to melt the frozen ubiquium on the underside of the lid. And? As the ubiquium melted, it mixed with the asphyxiant that was already present inside of the glass case. And this creates the kind of scene that he saw here. Okay. And thereby producing our poisonous gas. When Mr. Gusto had finally managed to open the lid, he would have released the gas and poisoned himself. He made it as far as the fountain room where he collapsed. Interesting. And the question is why? So he opened the case and now came the gas, huh? It seems we got there in the end. Why the heck a doodle-doo did he want to open the case in the first place? I'm not sure. In fact, we don't even know what his ultimate goal was. I'm thinking he might have come here for the same reason I did. To check out not the autumn wing, but the winter wing. You remember, right? I thought this was where the winter wing was when we first got here? Caught you out, too, did it, my little Eddie Lumpkin? It was ever so confused what with it being where Chili Wink's room was all those years ago. There's even the same little tree in the front of the blessed door. Who who wouldn't be all at 6s and 7s, eh? What a statement. Did everyone involved with the IS-7 incident make the same mistake? I think we need to go and take another look at the Winter Wing. Time to see how quickly I can convince Mr. Winner, I suppose. Eureka! Ladies and gentlemen, I have the answer. The answer to what exactly? The man was going to end it all. A dramatic exit stage left, sort of artsy-fartsy farewell. Have you been listening up to this whole time? At my level, I barely need to listen to a word, and still understand exactly half of what's going on. Perhaps I can explain a few of the finer details to you later, Eustace. Winner's prerogative. Winners. Oh, sure. Thanks, Gabelle. Thank you indeed. I find it's always best to leave things like child wrangling to a professional, a judge. In the meantime, don't you have something to tell Mr. Edgeworth and his friends? Oh yeah, totally forgot. What is it now? Took the liberty of investigating our friendly pink pharmacist here, or rather, I had one of my underlings do it for me. That's nothing to brag about, you know? Shut up. Can't you see I'm talking? Anyway, let's put a pin in my suicide theory for now. Yeah, I have something more important to tell you. It's, it was Miss Delicious who set up the poison gas trap. How could you say that? I was greatly saddened to learn of this, Miss Scone. Wow, even Kay is done. Dude, even at the end of the last, like yesterday, even Gumshoe was like, I gotta take orders from this guy over here. Like, even Gumshoe, our dear beloved silly dumb Gumshoe, recognizes how stupid Mr. Winner is. Like, oh, it hurts. It hurts. Wow. Oh. Oh. Is that Lily? Is that my precious girl? How you doing, Lil? Your profession is one dedicated to saving lives, and yet you used your expertise to try to take one. I beg your pudding! How dare you! I did no such thing! Perhaps you could explain, Mr. Winner. You better can. Get a load of this. This is Miss Delicious pharmacist license. It says right there that she's authorized to handle Infesticide Ultra. That's not proof that she's... A product that we have established contains Evixion, one of the ingredients of our poisonous gas. Exactly. It's almost impossible for ordinary people to get a hold of that stuff. But Miss Delicious is no ordinary person. She's a card-carrying pharmacist. I didn't do anything. This is all just a terrible misunderstanding.
Objection!
And that's not all. There was a bottom of Infesticide Ultra in the victim's pocket. And what do you know? It's covered in your fingerprints. We know that you and Ms. Bound took the victim to the medical room. What better moment to slip the bottle into his pocket? No. Oh, hi, Alpha. Han, it's 5 a.m. Go to sleep, lol. Alpha, that's time for you to go to bed. Hi, gorgeous. I'm good, but sleepy. It's 9 p.m. for Han. Yeah, it is. Well, yeah, almost. 5 a.m. plus 14 or 15 times it's Han's in Han's home. If you say so, Alpha. You're doing great, buddy. You're so good at that math. Lily, I had a request. I'm hoping it makes sense. I'll send you a link, actually. I'm gonna send you a link. Little linky link. Where are you? Hi! Lily, you love Skyrim, right? You've played tons of Skyrim. You're obsessed with Skyrim, right? Okay. Wait, you do play Skyrim, right? Now my brain's doubting it. I'm like, hang on, were you one of my Skyrim addicts? Oh my. No. Yes, I played. Okay. I was hoping. Could you like vet to find a good Skyrim, because the Skyrim bingo card, right? Like, I want to be blind. So I'm doing a Skyrim bingo on Thursday, and it's gonna be me, House, and Daft. And I was hoping you could vet a good bingo card, so it has like a good splay of things that aren't too difficult, but a few difficult one like quests in there. You know what I mean? And I was like, man, you're probably the best person to ask. So yeah, you just need to like go into the website, make a lobby, try and find, and then you can go into Skyrim and then just keep like resetting until you feel like you found a good just like group of like different like tasks. As well as like I want a good like range of like stuff dipping into like different like concepts of the game. You know what I mean? Is that alright? I can always do it like 5 minutes before the start of stream, but I was like, this way I won't be like premeditative. And then I would need the seed so I can put it into the thing on the day. Can you give me a list in DMs of what you're looking for exactly, and when do you need it latest? Okay. Okay. I'll do that later. Or I'll talk to you about it tomorrow morning, maybe before we start D&D. Is that alright? Because I can show my screen and I'll be like, this is kind of what I'm looking for. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Lily. In my defense, I am a running clock for friends of mine, so I almost always know the time where they are. I wake up at 4 AM, don't ask why. Go back to sleep, Alpha. You should rest. Get all the sleep. Okie dokie, I'll try my best. Hell yeah. Lily, are we starting at 7:30 or 8:30? By the way, because we started at 8:30 last week. I'm assuming we're going back to 7:30. Well, 7:30-ish. Furthermore, you are acquainted with Miss Bound, the owner of the gallery, meaning you would have access to the building and ample opportunity to prepare your trap. No, dear, listen, you don't understand that a pesticide ultra was stolen from me. Lying will only lengthen your sentence, Miss Scone. I'm not lying. Oh, it's in my bag somewhere, I'm sure of it. What is she looking for? That's not... yeah. No, that's not it. That cloth looks familiar. Ah, here we go. I know it's in here somewhere. Look. And what is it? There's something written on it, I think. April 1st, complaint filed. Offense, theft. Item stolen, Infesticide Ultra, 1 bottle. It's a crime report related to a theft. Oh, what? See, you silly billies, I told you, someone pinched it off me a week ago, no less. I mean, I feel like this is already very obviously pointing in the direction of Judy, but... By which you mean to say it was not in your possession at any point today? That's exactly what I mean to say. I think the bottle you found might be the one I lost. I always have some in my medicine bag, just in case, you know. And I'm supposed to keep my bag locked up tight, but, well, I'd forget my head if it wasn't screwed on. And now, thanks to silly of me, someone's gone and mixed up a cloud of poison gas with the stuff. 7:30, but if you're too sleepy, feel free to sleep until 8 AM, because I'm gonna guess not everyone will be on time. Okay, no worries. I'm thinking about trying to sneak in a shower, but that depends if Adara is through the shower yet or not. It depends when she jumps in, so I might sneak in a shower somewhere, but that's... sounds good. But why on earth would you carry such a hazardous substance around with you? Like I said, just in case, you never know when one of them might appear. You mean the ghastly little creatures that run around people's nice kitchens? Type of them? You could just roll up a newspaper and whack. One and done. Psst. Cavell, what do I do now? Ah, of course. I think perhaps it might be wise to confirm the authenticity of the crime report, just to be safe. It can't hurt to verify Miss Scone's story, after all. She may be lying to us. Good idea. Alright, I'm gonna go give the precinct a call. Don't go anywhere. So Miss Scone might not be guilty after all. Indeed, if she really were the one who set up the poisonous gas trap, then I highly doubt she would have used a method that directly implicates her. So who did it, Smiles? Someone with knowledge of the victim's likely behavior, and the time and the means to prepare. Two factors which point to one very specific person. Oh, yeah? Who that might be? Who might that be? Don't leave us hanging, Malzerino. And you asked me to go back to sleep will work since it's dark out, but I also need to figure out one major element. What the fucking hell has been waking me up between 3 and 4 the past week? I don't remember any of my dreams, assuming So something is waking you up. Maybe it's... Maybe... Is your bed comfy? Anna! Yes, Lily. Anna! Yes, Lily. You're so gorgeous. Aww. You're beautiful. I love you. Gorgeous girl. My bed is comfy, lol. Good. Okay. It's just a general question. Like, maybe if your bed was, like, really uncomfortable, or if you had, like, a new and or old pillow, maybe it would be uncomfortable. Is it your time of the month? That usually wakes me up in the middle of the night. You know? Overheating is a thing. But no, isn't alpha in the other country? You mean underheating, right? In the other country. I hear Chat needs hugs. I despise hugs. Lily, girl, do you want cuddles? Like, they're not hugs, okay, but they're cuddles, and I'll give them to you. Is that okay? Yes! Yay! Hugs. No, don't hug Lily. My hug. Han, if it were my time of the month, there would be a craving of things. What are you a werewolf? Hold up. I thought we were talking about menstrual cycles, but are you a werewolf? Listen, you can be honest. It's okay. It's okay to be a werewolf. Pile up blankets to be warm on going to bed. Heating comes on in morning. Overheat under pile of blankets. Oh, okay. If your circadian rhythm is all over the place, then it might throw your wake up time out of whack. That's true. Maybe you're sleepwalking. Have you been especially stressed recently? That could wake you up. Judy! Had the means to steal the Infesticide Ultra and dress one room up to look like another. Judy! Surely only Ms. Bound, the proprietor of these premises, could possibly have prepared in such a way. We'll need some solid evidence to support such a theory, nonetheless. So it was her, huh? Strange. It's like you already knew. Ooh, nice shooting, Malzerino. Might have to make that associate position a permanent deal. That is not what I was hoping for. I'm back with results. The police have confirmed that the theft really was reported and logged, which means we may have been a little hasty with some of our conclusions. Team. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people in one room. I'm having a great time, guys. You mean that every single one of your conclusions proved to be hogwash? No, I mean, we're only just getting started. Oh, then what's our next move? Well, first we need to go and talk to Ms. Bound. I do find it interesting that we're not exactly going against each other here. We're literally actually working as a cohesive team, weirdly enough. I'm still waiting for Lang to come back. Hi, Rashkabar. Good morning. Alt, have you had a lot of water before bed? That's a good idea, because it makes you need to pee. I'd say it doesn't fit because I don't turn on the heat ever. That's a fun reason for that one, but I can probably rule it out given I don't wake up in sweats. Every day is another voice for the collection. Not the insane amount that would hard require me to wake up early AF. Used that trick years ago for having to wake up at specific hours. Subsequently, I also went to sleep early for that too. Doesn't need to be an insane amount. Do you envision a time in your head before you go to bed? Because if I do that, I'll wake up at the right time that I envisioned in my head. That might be because I'm autistic, maybe a robot, we're not sure. Still trying to figure that part out. It's an ongoing investigation. I wasn't supposed to say that on stream. Fuck! Damn it. Hannah, I used to do that, lol. Oh, really? Well, there you go. I'm not crazy. Yay, I'm not a robot. Oh, thank God. Okay. Oh, man, I was so worried I was gonna get in trouble. Proof I'm not a robot. I think we're back to the present. Did we finish the chocolatier case from the past, or are we flipping back and forth? We went back and forth. Hannah, robot? What? Who make you? Who do you think? Adara's right in the other room. Shh, shh, shh. So Rash Kabar, what happened was we had the first half of the investigation. In the first 2 streams I did of this case, we were in the past, and then the case around the past ended up being inconclusive, okay? Which ended up with, and one of the rooms that they had to investigate was destroyed. Now, 18 years later, as an homage to that event, they recreated the room and stuff. And a person has been, so in the current timeline, the man has been, one of the people from the past was gassed, and we don't know why. He's alive, as far as we know so far. But we don't know what happened exactly. Well, Han, for finding out if you're a robot, do you have bolts in your chest cavity or in your back? Pretty sure they're in my back, because I get a lot of back pain. So it's, I mean, but I'm not a robot. So it's in my chest cavity. Like a human would. Right? Right? Lily, are you okay if your wife's a robot? It's okay, I can have like additional appendages if needed. Sorry. I had to throw that in at the end. I'm so sorry. Oh, whoa. I'm sorry, Lily. I'm very sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Just 1.5 wife over here. You know it. Okay. Oh my. Anyway, BRB asked Dar how much did you cost to make? Okay, and then I'll think about what to do then. New wife patch just dropped. Oh my god, actually, have you guys heard, I don't remember if any of you remembered this, but Adara and I, we had like a little bit of an ongoing joke at one point where Adara was like, oh, I just put new updates into you. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, I like updated the barista update for you. So now you can like make barista stuff. And I really need to update that like cleaning software so that you clean more. And it was like a joke thing. Or was it? Joke? Oh. Joke? Who jokes around here? This is no joking matter. These are real chest cavity nuts, okay? I mean bolts, not like screws, nuts, bolts. Yeah. Okay. Whew. Oh, bolts go into nuts. Yeah, they do. Yes, see, exactly. Bolts, nuts, all the stuff. I think we need a humor patch soon. Oh! Oh! Okay then, Alda. Excuse you? A humor patch? My humor patch is perfectly updated, okay? I updated it only a week ago, I'll have you know. How could you? Are you saying you're more humorous than I? Maybe. You might be. You might be hilarious, man. Keep training, okay? I'll be here getting my AI updates while you just keep working on those joke books. DM'd you. Oh my god. Wife? Why didn't you write that into Discord? Into the chat, sorry. No, I understand. Just between me and Lily. I got you. Wasn't sure if that was appropriate or not for Twitch. You're fine with that. What I said was inappropriate. God forbid. Eustace. Mr. Guster. Real destination appears to have been the Winter Wing. Perhaps it would be worth having someone investigate that room more thoroughly. Oh, yeah, we should totally do that. Flatfoot, go investigate the Winter Wing. Oh, yes, sir. Mr. Cavell, we're going to talk to Miss Bound. Very good, Eustace. We'll join you, if you don't mind. Just to watch. You know, I feel like this wouldn't be as much of a problem if everyone else wasn't, like, tagging along. You know what I mean? Like, if these two— look at this guy on the phone, he looks so proud of himself. I just, you know, like, I feel like if you just had Miles and Eddie following them around, they'd probably be like, oh yeah, four is a comfortable crowd, you know? It's like a comfortable group. A good sized group to do an investigation. But instead they have, like, literally 5 people following them around. Like, that's— you're basically filling up half a room at that point. Alright, you have your orders. Go talk to Bound for me. Man, you're so cool. Hey, Mr. Winner, weren't we going to talk with Miss Bound ourselves? Sure, but I thought, why not let the grunts handle that grunt work, you know? Means I can just sit back and wait for their report. A winning strategy. You spoiled little— oh, he's so exhausting. I need a break. Huh? There's something in the fountain. Eek! Huh? Who was that? Who was that? Who? What on earth? What the fuck? Order in the court. Someone call for forensics. Bad news, sir. Real bad news. What? Order. I will have order. Detective. The ice sculptures in the Winter Wing. Not again. That fucking melted again? This bullshit. They've all melted. Who is this? What? Did? Huh? I mean, huh? Say? What did you say? What the fuck? What is the meaning of this? Now we have 2 victims. This is insane. Ugh, talk about deja vu, just like 18 years ago. Even the ice is melted again? Again? This is like some weird rerun. Same people, same everything. Said it before, I'll say it again. This is no quinky dink. You're with me, right, Miles? I am. And I think the answers lie in the AEST incident itself. In fact, I'm convinced of it. Heh, great minds think alike. Alrighty then. Time for another trip down memory lane. No! Who was murdered? Who was the other dude? There was another victim. What do you mean? Why are you going back in time? Okay, it's fine. Wait, we're probably almost at the end of the chapter here. Alright. That wasn't in there before. Who left my body in the fountain? God damn it. I asked it to be left on the front porch. So rude. What the fuck did no one see that? Well, yeah, I'm confused too. At least, that literally exonerates Delicia Scone, though. She was with us the entire time. As well as it also exonerates Larry, because Larry was with us the entire time. So that means someone outside of the building must have been involved. But in saying that, maybe Carmelo gassed himself in order to, like, not be, like, accused of the crime and then commit the other crime. But also, like, who died? Was it Ms. Bound or was it someone else? I don't think it was Ms. Bound because it was different clothing. But I haven't seen anyone else with that thing, so it must be connected to a different case in some capacity. Maybe with the Zheng Fa case. Bum-bum. We'll find out. I'm fine. I'm alive. I'll be the game. It's cool as fuck, man. Aelin, it was like cool. Like before, it was like spooky. Well, okay, so before there was like someone who wasn't like dead. They were just like hurt, you know? And we were just doing the investigation, but now there's a dead body. So that means there's 2 people who have been hurt. I still can't believe the IS-7 incident was Gregory's last case, or that it had been 18 long years since. Oh, it looks like the same person, now that I think about it. Right? That's like similar hair, maybe? Murder at a confectionery contest and one of the participants, no less, Artie Frost. They pulled his body out of a treasure chest that was a part of Samson Tangaroa's chocolate tableau. He'd been hit in the head with a large rock soul lamp and subsequently bled to death. They found the lamp hidden inside the candy cane. Kind of castle Delicia Scone had made for the contest. Here we go again. I will say I'm looking forward to finishing Red Dead 2. The controls are janky AF. They really are. Why's my phone, like, dying so quickly? I swear, every time I look at my phone, it's like my phone doesn't usually die this quickly. Sorry. I'm just bringing up the Ace Attorney walkthrough just in case. So we're up to turnabout. I think we're up to part 2. No, we're up to part 3. I think maybe. Yes. Okay. We're up to middle part 3. So we're getting there. Investigate Mr. Frost's own room. All of his icy creations had melted clean away. I still am not convinced that it wasn't Von Karma who helped with that, but maybe not. All of Mr. Frost's work destroyed. Mr. Von Karma wasn't very happy, told us to get out, and in no uncertain terms. So what do we do now, Mr. E? I can't believe he just up and kicked us out. Von Karma's a total jerk. Now, Eddie. It's always the job of the police and the prosecutor's office to investigate the scene. Yeah, but he didn't have to talk to us like that. Who cares if we're cops or attorneys? We should all be working together to find the truth. You can't assume that everybody's aim are the same as yours. You may wish to expose the truth, but others might prefer to accept things at face value. Which way of thinking is right will depend on the person. What if someone's innocent ends up behind bars because no one managed to uncover the truth? It can happen. We're all human, police and prosecutors included. Which is why defense attorneys exist. Our job is to help people in such situations, to be friends to the friendless. Friends to the friendless? Now, we may not be able to investigate Mr. Frost's room as hoped, but that doesn't mean we give up. Exclamation mark! What do you want me to roll, Lil? The best way to play D&D is have everything done in advance. Just roll an investigation 3 times, insight 1 time, attack 69, sanity check 3 times, wisdom, saving throw, blah 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 times. So you want me to roll, okay. Okay, you better get fucking ready for this, okay? Fuck, that's a good start. 18, 6, 11, 7, 18, 10, 14, I'm already rolling better than the other day. 18, that's 3 18 so far. Nat 20. 6. 10. Nat 20. 7. I'm using up all my luck, guys. I should have shiny hunted tonight. 2. 8. 16. 8. 5. I'm not counting, by the way. 6. 1. 7. 13. 15. 16. 16. 2. 16. 6. What's happening? 17. 6. 14. 3. 1. 16. 6. 19. 8. Am I up to it? You did this, Lily. You reap what you sow. Please don't actually roll them all. I'm begging you. I don't know, how many rolls have I done? I'm hitting quick today, so have sleep time. Good night, Aylin. Sleep well. Rest up. I just hate how in RDR2, there's a button for literally everything. Apparently being immersed means pressing X to fart every time you have a few drinks at the saloon. I love chaos. What number am I up to? Wait, you're actually taking note? Wait, what am I up to then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37? That's 37? 35, 37? Okay. Keep going. I might have seen it. 16, 15, 15, 6, 11, 7, 6, 3, 19, fuck, 15, 17, 8, 17, 13, 2, 11, 6, 3, 14, 5, 8, 13, 12, 10, 16, 19, 14, 4, 11, 7, 17, 14. Are we up to it? 9, 17, 2, 12. I keep going. 13 until I get another nat 20. 14, 19, 18, 12, 1, 14, 5, 11, 13, 4, nat 20. Okay, we're good. That should be enough for you. You're right, Mr. E. I'm sorry. I should have thought more before I opened my big mouth. Huh. You're young, Eddie. You'll learn soon enough. I will, I promise. Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, you look like you could use a little pick-me-up. Even though I did the crime, I'm afraid this is all I have, but please, by all means. Oh, you're the best, Mr. Bound. Chocolates. Rather misshapen and incredibly sweet. Thank you. A little sugar boost might actually help, although these are a little too sweet for my liking, and a little uniquely shaped. I'm sorry if they're not to your taste. Oh wait, they're great. They're so sweet. You're very kind. Imagine, me of all people, a mediocre confectioner. What? You mean you made these yourself? Yes, Samson loves chocolate, so I had to learn. Keeping him supplied with his favorite treats is just one of my many duties. Although he does spend most of his time coaching me on how to improve my technique. Mr. Tangaroo sure is a lucky guy. Getting to eat homemade sweets made by the one and only Judy Bound whenever he wants sounds amazing. Huh? Oh, sorry. Did you say something? Nope. Nothing at all. Dear, sweet Eddie, you really do still have a lot to learn. It seems you're quite committed to the work you do for Mr. Tangaroo, Miss Bound. Of course. What right would I have to stay here otherwise? I don't know what voice to give her. Thanks, Anne. I promised a number of 2. That's why you're my 1.5th wife. Fucking know it. I'm the best 1.5 wife out there. Okay? It's the best. Yeah. Let's... Lily? I just saw your TM message. Oh my god. Lily! Lily, you can't send something like that in the middle of a stream. Lily, no! I'm fine. Guys, I'm fine. Just a normal conversation with my wife, obviously. Whew. Man. What do you mean by that? I was abandoned as a baby, and Mr. Tangarova took me in. That's right. One snowy Christmas Eve, Santa came to stay. I can't remember how the song goes. He saved my life and became the father I never had. Can never repay him, so I'll kill him instead. So my work for him is the least I can do, and I'll be here for him for at least as long as he needs me. That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. Sounds like something I'd say about Adara. I must be getting old. I'm welling up a little myself. He's so sweet. And to think today's Christmas Eve, and I can't even give him his present in person. I'll do anything to save him. Anything. Please, if there's something I can do to help, just say it. We're very grateful, Miss Bound. Perhaps you could help us by answering our question. Did you know the victim? Not very well, I'm afraid. Oh, but if you wanted to see some of his work, I have a picture of the sculptures he made for the final. Oh, there you go. Why is there like tools in the back? What's with that? And then I guess this plugs in stuff to keep it cool. My, they're stunning. Aren't they? I think they're masterpieces. Who would have thought you could make such intricate statues out of flavored ice? Samson adored them too. Oh hey, that's Taurus and Gemini, right? I didn't know you were keen on constellations and the zodiac, Eddie. Oh, I love it. The stories those stars can tell. Take Gemini, for example. See the lyre? That's what the harp is called. And the arrow and the... Hold up, the lyre doesn't have any strings. Huh? Did Mr. Frost forget to add them, maybe? That doesn't sound like something he'd forget to do. Why is that relevant? Wait, really? But I thought you just said you didn't know him very well. Oh, well, he doesn't seem the type. It seems she's got something to hide, too. You took this photograph yourself, Ms. Bound. Yes, I use this instant camera here. It develops his pictures as soon as you take them. It's so useful. Oh, I'd love to see it in action. Then why don't I take your picture? I can't wait to see Gregory teach his son the law. That must be wholesome. Yes, come on, Mr. E. Let's get a shot of the both of us. Well, alright then. It'd be a shame to waste a good hair day. Feels, man. Ready, say cheese. Ba-bam. And that's where they got the photo from. There, all done. And the picture's yours to keep, Mr. Fender. Oh my god. Thank you so much. It's such a cool camera. Well, it's the only one we've got, so we use it for all our picture-taking needs. It's very convenient, but the lack of negatives is something of a shame. So there aren't any negatives for us to reference, hmm? I assume Mr. Tangaroo used the same camera during the contest. Yes, you assume correctly. Used it for some work-in-progress pictures of his seascape, and later to take some photos of the other contestant work. Wait, is it bad? Is Gregory a bad dad? Oh, buddy. Is it a spoiler, though, if it was covered in a past game Han played? No, it doesn't count. Dude, the dad's dead. That's the point. It's like, man, it'd be so cute to see the dad teach their kid their craft, and it's like, no, we know that dad dies. Like, What do you... Panic. It's the 5th case of the first game, okay? Oh. It said it multiple times. Miles was raised by Von Karma because what's his name? It's because his dad died. Yeah, but I didn't know if Miles was taught before that incident. He was taught a little bit, but like not excessively, because he was like what, like a 8-year-old kid or something? But didn't you take a picture of the body when you discovered it? And didn't you discover the body while the judging was still underway? Oh, yes. Samson wanted pictures of all the entrance completed rooms. And the film ran out just as he finished photographing Mr. Gusto's work. So he asked me to go put in a new cartridge. He seemed to think there should have been more shots left than there were. In other words, the film ran out sooner than expected. Yes, the number of shots he took didn't line up with the number of shots remaining. But he thought maybe he'd just lost track somewhere along the way. But had he really, though? I went to our living area to change the film and was passing through the fountain room on my way, when I heard the sound of something break and collapse in Samson's room. Samson, are you in here? Oh, da-da. His name is Kilometers. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Lily. You're right. It is Kilometers. Mr. Frost's body was just lying there. I was in total shock. It was all too much. But I remember I called the police and then I went to tell everyone else. And the camera, it's been with me ever since. No one saw that. No one saw that. All of you guys are conveniently looking away from the screen right now, so none of you saw it. I'd be grateful if you could lend us the camera and this picture, Miss Bond. Bound a bit. When are we playing as Celsius wrong? Maybe one day. Actually, I was looking away, so let me just clip it. No! You didn't see anything. Of course, here you go. Thank you. Into camera. Oh yeah, bad. Oh, bad. Miss Scone, are they done investigating? They're done with me, that's for certain. Big Meanie told me to clear off. Honestly, that mannequins will be the end of me. The cheek of him. Guess he really got tired of people cluttering up his crime scene. Did he run you off too, Mr. Detective Bad? Yeah, Von Karma seemed to think I'm a nuisance. Can't do things his way with me around. Why would Mr. Von Karma go so as far to exclude his own lead detective? Suspicious. Still, got a pretty good look at the scene. As for Gusto, he's enjoying a nice little chat right now in Frost's room. What about? About the fact that Ms. Bound said she saw him going in there during the contest. Mr. Gusto went into Mr. Frost's room. That's right, and I have to say he looked very much like he didn't want to be seen. I don't know what he could have been up to. Well, he's candidate number 1 at the moment, as the guy who melted Frost's work. Is that really why Mr. Gusto went into Mr. Frost's room? Was the wait for an official investigation 2 worth it so far? Was the wait for an official investigations 2 worth it so far? Yes? If that's what you mean. I would say it was worth it. Now I get to enjoy it. It's a good time. I'm having a good time with the game. And it was good to play it because my arm's been really sore. So, got a photo of the room right here. It's all you need. It's all yours. Wait, what? Why would you just give it to us? Do I gotta spell it out for you, kid? I'm offering to help you guys. I want the truth about this case to come out. Detective. How can I say thank you, Detective? Is really Detective bad? Miss Volcano won't be happy about this.
Yeah, well, not Volcano's stooge. If he's gonna stonewall my investigation, then I'm not gonna play by the book either.
Yeah, let's go bad. If there's only one Eddie Fender fan in this world, it's me. But there's me too. He's a lovely man. I love him. Very cool. At least until I find out he commits a murder in the final game. Let's hope that doesn't happen. I really feel like my list of like nice characters that end up helping me out are running thin. Only saying that because of Godot. I love him. I love him so much, and it's fine.
Now, can I?
Mr. Edgeworth. For a second my brain was like, Miles? And I was like, no, Gregory. Indeed. Thank you, Detective Bad. You're real bad to the bone.
Shut up.
Wow, can't believe you won him over, Mr. E.
Well, I haven't the foggiest of what you're all going on about. But here's to new friends, eh?
It's definitely nice to have the good detective on our side, that's for sure. Alright, let's take a look at the photograph.
Yeah.
Nah. Opens comically long list. I wouldn't mind seeing a full Ace Attorney game with Miles' dad. But it's right here. What do you mean? This is it. I mean, we might. I don't know. Ace Attorney is interesting to me because in my brain, nothing has really come out probably. Well, I mean, like, they have, like, the original setup games, right? Which were technically launched ages ago, and then they've been remastering those. But then I think there was the Ace Chronicle games, the one you gave me. Hold up. Where's my... Where is it? Well, there was Apollo Justice. When did Apollo Justice come out? Release date, 2024. No, that can't be right. Oh no, that was the remake. Oh shit. Again, remake of the original. Wait, okay, what about the Chronicles one? What about the guy? A Great Ace Attorney. When did this come out? This came out 2021. Yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that sometimes because they keep like remastering these ones, I'm like, maybe they're making like more stuff with like Miles Edgeworth and stuff. Like I would love to see a new game, but I don't know if they will or not. I think the IP is in a weird place. Explain? A little full game that goes into the time before Miles and Phoenix, all the lore and stuff. Before Miles and Phoenix though doesn't. Well, I mean, again, you could totally have like a Gregory game. But like anything before Miles and Phoenix is kind of like them just at like uni and being overseas and studying. Like the most pertinent information is displayed within the games when you play them. Just as this game is almost like filling in gaps with Miles' backstory and stuff like that, and with his upbringing. Yeah. If anything, I would like to see a game where maybe like, where it jumps ahead a couple more years. I know Chronicles probably, I know Apollo Justice kind of does this. I think it jumps Miles and I think it makes Miles and Phoenix probably like 10 years older or something. I could be wrong. But they are, they're like a bit older and you could have them older again. Reasons I want to make a 12 Paths crossover. Yeah, that's fair. The best way to do it. Is everything right where it was before? Hold up. I mean, this looks like it was kicked over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this looks like it's been obviously knocked over. Or it's been unplugged. So someone unplugged the device that was keeping it cool. But also, why is there like a carrying thing behind here too? Yikes, there's nothing left of his flavored ice sculptures but puddles. Floor appears to be completely covered in a pale blue liquid. I should compare this with the photo I just borrowed from Miss Bound. Oh, look, I did that. I'm a big smart. I have the overarching plot lines and case details and everything. Ooh, okay. So, next year? I assume that the unplugged power cord has something to do with all this. I say that in the sense of like, I know you're working on other writings right now, so it's like maybe next year. Start working on it.
Yeah, one that was out of the socket. The display case lost power, and up the temperature went.
Looks like they were all connected to the same power strip. Do you have any idea when it was unplugged?
Nope, still working on that.
Those sculptures were beautiful. What a waste.
You can say that again. I should have taken a few more bites out of them while I had the chance.
So they tasted good?
Did they ever? I never tried ice so scrumptious in all my life.
Really? Man, I wish I could have had a bite.
Well, scrumptious, except for those salty bits, of course. That was unbearable.
Salty bit? Why would there be a salty bit amongst all of it? Unless the salt melted. The salty bit?
It's in the other photo you've got there. This bit, the harpy thing.
Gemini's liar.
Wait, that's why I had no strings? Because you ate them? I didn't eat that much, you cheeky little devil. I told you, it was all horrible and salty.
It's interesting that one particular part of this one particular sculpture tasted different from the rest. Like the salt was made to make it melt? Unless it was secretly had blood in it. And could somebody other than Bisco really be responsible for eating the rest of the strings? Did you notice anything else, Miss Scode?
Come to think of it, I did. It was a funny little mark on Chili Wink's work.
Nani?
It was 2 little letters. Let me see if I can draw them for you. There you go. It looked like that.
So it was the same as this? Oh yeah, that is like a backwards P. I never thought of that as a P, but it does look like a P, doesn't it? So press it in and it'd be like PH. It's almost like a signature or something. Wait!
I just knew Mr. Frost wouldn't have made that harp without strings. He's not the type to skip an important detail like that.
I hope you don't mind me asking, Miss Bound, but are you certain you don't know Mr. Frost particularly well? Should I be missing something? Wait, let me just look at the Artie Frost, Samson. Is there someone with the P? What was it again? It's PH. I'm gonna save again because the music changed and that means I might have to answer something. Nani. And using stuff like martial art, taboos, etc. Leaf bags, yay! I fought my previous D&D character the other day. It was fun.
What? No, I barely knew him, I swear.
Is that so? You certainly seem to have some strong opinions about his attitude towards his work.
No, I just, the sculptures were so carefully made, I didn't think he'd miss something so important.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe you. I have a more personal connection to his work than that.
What makes you say that?
I have an item of evidence that appears to have been one of Mr. Frost's possessions, and it shares a key feature with another piece of evidence.
Well, I won't know what you're talking about if you don't share. So what are these 2 pieces of evidence of yours?
Which 2 items point to Mr. Frost? Well, I guess it has like a symbol. I don't know what it's insinuating. Like, we were just talking about the seal, so is it talking about the seal? Maybe PH. And then it would be this one? Or I guess it could be this and this. Is she dancing? I'm falling asleep. Good night. Good night, Lily. Yes, she is dancing. That's cute. Yeah, she's nervous. She dances when she's nervous. Have a good night, Lily. Sleep well. Oh my god, there are leaf bags. These are so cute. Aww. Thanks, Lily. Love you. Could the second piece be a profile? Could be. Could be. It's a good idea. I mean, like, if he's called Frost, right? And then it literally, like, the guy died, Artie Frost, right? I mean, like, this has, like, a snowflake pattern on it. But he said I have two pieces of evidence that link to each other. Meow. Sure. Zati Frost. Well, see, exactly. That was kind of what I was thinking. I don't think it's stupid. I was kind of thinking that. Maybe he's Hearty Frost. Snowflake claim is clearly one. Okay, let's try this.
Take that.
And now the second.
Take that.
Ms. Bound is especially fond of one of the pieces of evidence we've gathered. But I should take another look over them all, I suppose, now. Okay, wait. I think it means... the room, then? Yeah, I think it's the room. I just, like, usually, you know, like, the linking thing you need to keep an eye out for. It, like, says it in the description, but here it just says photo taken. So, let's just assume
Take
this. And the room.
Take that.
Nope. It's a medal. Party Frost. That's not a seal. It's a medal. Think about it. Maybe a profile then. Is there anyone called PH? Well, I just checked that and there wasn't. Okay, let me save here. So I don't have to click through as much dialogue when I reload. Even though I don't have to reload, I do it anyway. There's... because Eddie Fender, Tyrell Bad, Carmelo Gusto, Artie Frost, Samson Tangaroa, Delicia Scone, Manfred von Karma, Judy Bound. None of them have PH. And I would agree that Artie Frost is probably the one that's closest to maybe being, if it was like Hearty Frost. But see how like the tag, like I can't present this as all, so it has to be something in here. It's my attorney badge. Maybe it's the sweets. Saying, wait, so what was the question again? Hold up. The question was, I have an item, wait. I'm sorry, but I don't believe you. You have more of a personal connection to his work than that. What makes you say that? I have an item of evidence that appears to have been one of Mr. Frost's possessions. And it shares a key feature with another piece of evidence. So we're trying to show proof that Judy Bound may be closer to Artie Frost than what they think. Wait, look at Julia's profile. Julia. You mean Judy? She's fond of the work of sculptor Paul Halleck. That's just what this teapot is. And that has Tangaroa's fingerprints on it? Is that what you're talking about? Oh! 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 Fuck!
Take that!
Yar! Brr! Yeah!
Take that!
Ah! I wouldn't have figured that out at all! That's insane! Okay, no, I hadn't been thinking about that at all. Miss Gones found 2 letters carved into Miss Frost's ice sculptures. I think they were a signature of sorts. After all, it's not unusual for an artist to initial their work. I guess not.
That's right, dear. It's just like you said. Chillywink's statue had the letters PH carved in them, plain as day. PH, shouldn't it be AF? As fuck boy.
I think so, but take a look at this. It's the seal we found at the crime scene. It seems reasonable to assume that it fell from Mr. Frost's pocket, and when pressed into the surface of an item, it would leave behind the letters PH. The same pottery mark we see imprinted on the bottom of the items in the tea set.
The same pottery mark?
We have already established that the tea set is the work of the sculptor Paul Halleck. From that, we can assume that these same letters would mark any item out as a piece of his work. A fact of which you are well aware, correct, Ms. Bound?
Well, yes, I know that he always marks his work with his initials like that. He never revealed his true identity to public, so it's the only way to know his works are truly his. You mean Paul Halleck was...
That's right, Detective. Artie Frost had another identity. He was no ordinary confectioner, at least as far as Ms. Bound was concerned. For you see, Mr. Frost was in fact a famed sculptor. Mr. Frost was in fact the famed sculptor Paul Halleck.
What? Mr. Frost and Paul Halleck were the same person? But it's not like the marks are to copy, though. Someone who's seen it can fake being him with it. Not exactly conclusive proof that Frost was who you say he was.
It was proof enough for Miss Bound. What matters is that she believed it. His true identity will have to be investigated by the good people of the precinct.
Alright, I'll have the boys look into it. I should have known I couldn't hide it from you, Mr. Edgeworth.
So you admit it. You are aware of who Mr. Frost really was.
I was. When I discovered his body, I saw the seal you found. Don't ask me how, but I just knew straight away that he was my dear Paul Halleck. I imagine his entry in a confectionery contest were his final legacy, a great man like that.
And be honest, did you enter Mr. Frost's room at any point?
What? Why are you asking me that?
The photograph of Mr. Frost's room, I'd like to know when it was taken.
Oh, it must have gotten it mixed up with the ones Samson took during the judging.
Objection!
I'm afraid I find that rather hard to believe. You said yourself that the camera ran out of film during the judging, and that you had charge of the camera since before Mr. Tangaroa had the chance to visit Mr. Frost's room. That's how you were able to take that picture when you discovered Mr. Frost's body.
I suppose so.
This suggests that you took only 2 pictures with the new film, one of Mr. Frost's body and one of his room. But I have a piece of evidence that says otherwise.
You do.
Which piece of evidence contradicts the assumption that Ms. Bound only took 2 photos? There are only 3 remaining? A new film cartridge just went, but there are only 3 remaining. Is that the point? Hold on. I'm just trying to like think unilaterally.
that.
You gave the picture of the body to the police and the picture of Mr. First Room to me. What?
Did Gumshoe have a glow up?
No! What a great statement! Gumshoe with a glow up, let's go. No! So we met a guy called Eddie Fender, and he was Miles Edgeworth's dad, right? Was an attorney, was a defense attorney, not like Miles growing up to be a prosecutor. And Eddie Fender was Gregory's assistant back in ye olden days. So this case is 18 years prior to the current storyline.
Oh god, okay.
So we met Eddie in the current storyline, and of course Eddie first is like a little like off-put by Miles, because he's like, oh, you went and joined the dark side, you became a prosecutor and you followed Von Karma. And then you get to like kind of prove to him that it's like, no, I'm not bad anymore. I had people around me that showed me the truth, you know? And then Eddie ends up being like, you know what, I like you, kid. I'm gonna be friends with you, like I promised your dad that I would be your friend, and it's so cute. What did she say? My sister said, did Gumshoe get a glow up?
Yeah, because I saw a dude in a trench coat.
No, this is Dan Avidan, obviously. That was my first thought when I saw him. If you saw the grown-up version of him, where you'd be like, yeah, that's Dan Avidan. Hold up. If I can find a photo, because you know me. How do I have so many photos for this game already?
Dear Lord.
This guy.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Yeah, right? Anyway, great guy. It's really good.
Alright.
Anyway, this is the case which caused the DL6. Yeah, where that's, if you remember the DL6 incident. I think they kind of like reference a few different things in relation to it, but then they're like, oh, that was just the last case that his dad was working on before he died.
Wait, so are you playing as Edgeworth here, or as his father?
I'm playing as Gregory. Sorry. You gave me the picture you took of me and Mr. Edgeworth, too. This guy.
Oh, yeah, see, that's the guy I thought was Gumshoe.
Oh, okay. That's funny. Can you imagine? Maybe Gregory gave his old coat to him. Actually, no, Eddie said he would get the coat, though. Never mind. I don't know.
Anyways, I'm going to bed.
Good night, Adar.
Remind me to get moving at 7 if you're awake to tell me.
I will try. I'll try to wake up in time. Gregory caused Manfred to get a stain on his perfect record, which is the case he got the stain for. This is the case he got the stain for. Ah, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna fit 1,500 steps.
Okay. Wait. I'm just gonna have a toilet break. Guys, I'll be back in a second, okay? Hold on to your hat.
Okay. Okay, let's go. Beep-a-dap-a-dap-a-do.
3 photographs in total, and yet the film cartridge in this camera only has 3 exposures remaining, out of a total of 20. You took more pictures, and I want to know what of. I'll need to see the photos you took. Perhaps then we'll finally learn what you were really up to.
I'm sorry. I confess, I've been lying to you.
Really?
These are all shots of Frost's room. I'm so sorry. Looks like she took pictures of his work from every angle possible. When they were taken, the ash still hadn't melted yet. Wait, don't tell me it was you.
It was. At least I'm pretty sure it was. You are? Why?
Well, you see, I'm a huge fan of Mr. Frost and Mr. Halik's work, as you know. I was petrified that they might be ruined, what with the investigation that was going on and everything. So I thought I should at least capture the sculptures on film for posterity.
For your posture's sake.
How did that make them melt? I think perhaps I was so intent on getting the perfect photographs that I might have tripped over the power cord without noticing.
By mistake? Are you sure?
I didn't notice it at the time, but, well, how could I have been so careless as to cause the loss of his final masterpieces?
That seems a little convenient to me. I'm not sure I believe it. But also, like, but then why would she kill him? If she was if she liked his work so much, like, why would she kill him? But I'm not in a position to refute it either.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cause any trouble.
Please, don't worry about it. The important thing is that you told us the truth.
What he said. No hard feelings, Miss Bound. You're really bound to go far in life. Thank you. Mr. Edgeworth. Picture's yours. Hope it helps.
2 photos, 1 from Bound and 1 from Detective Bad. Uh-oh. Hi, buddy. Does anyone remember the voice I gave this man? Neither? No one? No one? I forgot what voice I gave him. Just seeing how long this segment is. This doesn't look like a really long section.
Are you infernal nuisance still here? You still don't know when to give up. Linger for as long as you like. The answer is still the same. You are not a part of this investigation.
Whether we're a part of it or not, we'll uncover the truth nonetheless.
It seems you don't know when to shut up either. But I commend you for your stubbornness.
Yeah, that was kind of close.
Mr. Von Karma, I'm afraid I'm the one responsible for Mr. Frost's work melting.
What is the meaning of this?
I'm so sorry. To you, Mr. Gusto, and to you.
Oof, no concern of mine. I didn't do anything, and Mr. Von Karma agrees. Nothing at all, Mr. Gusto. You went into Mr. Frost's room, didn't you? Perhaps you would like to tell us why?
Sure, I was...
Silence! You are not to give the attorney even this tiniest shred of information. Duly bound, you're coming with me. I've reason to believe that you are an accomplice of the accused, Samson Tangaroa.
No,
I will be interrogating you personally, so you had better get your story in order.
I understand.
Wait, please, I'm not done questioning her myself.
And you think I care because... Bad, Gusto, and you, Scone. I have questions for all of you, and I expect answers.
Fine by me. Oh, you could at least ask nicely, mannequins.
Goodbye. Oh, thank God. Down to 2 voices again.
He literally took everyone with him.
Indeed. Well, I suppose that means there's little point to us hanging around either. Perhaps it's time we got moving anyway. It is rather late. Hope the snow has let up.
You're right. Home time. Guess my stomach's in agreement too. Haha, alright, let's go grab a burger. Before my own stomach starts grumbling too. Sounds good to me. Let's eat up and rest up. We'll be fine fit for the morrow.
Cute. We will indeed. And our first port of call will be with Mr. Tangaroa. A nice short part. We love that. Wow, Von Karma has a deep voice. I know, every time I hear it, I'm like, no thanks. I'm like, why? How? How does his voice sound like the demon? They probably did it intentionally, but like, what the fuck? This is surprising. Judy bound in the visiting center?
Hey, it's Ms. Bound.
Oh, Mr. Fender, Mr. Edgeworth. So sorry about what happened yesterday. Looks rather tired. Has Mr. Von Karma finished interrogating you? Yes, though he really only seemed interested in how I melted those sculptures.
Are you here to see Mr. Tangaroa too?
Yes, I'm terribly worried about him. It looks like this section's a little longer, but that's okay. We might be able to still finish it before we get to the end of today's stream. And then we have end part 1, end part 2, and end part 3 to go through. It's funny, because when you look at every other chapter after this, it has, like, less parts, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's shorter. Where me? Guess we'll see. Detective Bad, what are you doing back there?
Oh, just happened to be here. I'll be heading to the scene. Not sure how anyone just happens to be at a detention center, but okay. What the fuck? Buddy? Are you okay?
I don't remember this guy's voice. Good morning.
Mr. Tangaroa, what happened to you?
Oh no, Samson, what did they do to you? They didn't seem to want to let me sleep. I had no idea interrogations could be so involved. Sorry if I seem distracted. I think I'm a little tired. They're not letting you sleep.
That's not police work, that's torture. What's going on here, Detective Bad? I'm not the one doing the interviewing, it's the guy that put on the case before me. I like Von Karma's methods about as much as you do, which is why I'm doing what I can to help.
It was Detective Bad who got me out of there. I'd still be in that interrogation room right now if it weren't for him. Detective Bad really is trying to look out for Mr. Tangaroa in his own way, it seems. Sleep debt is nasty. I also have no idea how long it's been too. Like, I'm assuming he's probably at this point, if he didn't sleep the night prior and the weapon. Wait. We started the case maybe like the day before it happened, so this is the day after. So he's probably up to like 48 hours awake, probably. So you can torture people if you're a persecutor? What kind of government is this? I don't know how to break this to you, but no, it's just Von Karma has always had very questionable methods to try and get information out of people. Alright, let's share yesterday's findings with Mr. Tangaroa.
Got it, Mr. E. A notepad is at the ready.
Mr. Tangaroa, I found out quite a bit if you would like to hear it. Of course. Thank you.
You alright, Mr. Tangaroa? You seem kinda spaced out.
I'm fine. I think my blood sugar might be running a little low. Samson. Do we have anything that might give him a little bit energy boost?
We do! We have sugar! I got you, buddy.
Huh. Is that chocolate for me. Oh, those are the chocolates I wish I could just give them to you, Mr. Tangaroa. The rules here don't exactly allow me to do so. Oh, that's a shame. But rules are rules, I suppose.
Must be some way we can hand them to him.
I hope Detective Bad is noting the meaningful look in his... look in his direction.
Ugh. Let me take a look at them. If they seem legit, I might consider passing them on to the suspect.
Thank you, Detective Bad.
My hero.
I'm touched. Thank you, Detective.
Yeah, whatever. Just sit up tight.
This part is unfortunately all too real in countries that are typically considered civilized. I was gonna say letting him eat evidence? No. Well, I mean, I know it's in our evidence section, but it's not actually evidence. As far as we know.
Here.
You don't know how much this means to me.
Yeah, keep it down, will ya? For both our sakes.
Of course, Detective. I wouldn't wish to put your livelihood at risk. Now, to sample these treats. Detective, I apologize for putting you in a tight spot.
I didn't do it for you. It was my call. Guess you're not such a bad guy after all.
Oh, the sweetness. I feel like a man reborn. Ha ha. Were they your handiwork, Judy?
Yes.
How were they? Fill the melt, soft and smooth, chocolate that'll comfort and soothe. This is fine. Ear to ear, head to toe, smile and savor the taste as it flows. AEST it. Delicious. They're not exactly beautiful, but they're sweet and oh so flavorful. Thank you, Judy.
I'm so glad you like them.
And I'm glad you're back to your old self. My apologies, friends. The food they served here is just so flavorless. Between that and the lack of sleep, I was about ready to collapse from sheer despair.
Wow, is the food here really all that bad? Just the usual. French fries, ham, sandwiches, stuff like that.
Y'all get French fries in prison? Yes, and yet I couldn't taste a thing.
Anyway, I'm headed back to the scene.
Yes, and yet I couldn't taste a thing. He can only taste sweet things? Wait. Apothecary Diaries. Guys, Apothecary Diaries. Hear me out. Okay, so in Apothecary Diaries, there's a case where there's a guy who's like who drinks like tons of alcohol, right? But the alcohol is like made to be extremely sweet because he can't taste salty things because he lost his sense of taste or something because of either, I can't remember if it's because of diabetes or if it was because of like the plague and no, I think it was because of diabetes or something. Yes, maybe? I can't remember. There was a reason. There was a thing in Apothecary Diaries where the guy accidentally dies because someone might have been putting salt in his drinks, and because he can't taste the salt in his drink. He just kept drinking it and didn't know he was eating like something really bad for him, and then he died. The point is, maybe that's the same with this guy. He's lost his sense. He really likes sweet food, like incredibly sweet food, because he's lost his sense of taste because he has some sort of condition. I don't know how that can contribute to the case, but it's an interesting point, right? I don't know. It was just a random connection point in my brain, guys, okay? Apothecary Diaries, guys, is so good. Wait, so Apothecary Diaries is an investigation game? No, it's an anime. Apothecary Diaries is an anime about an apothecary, right? Who ends up getting, and this is all in the first episode, she ends up getting, so she's just a normal apothecary for a brothel in the red light district, basically. She ends up getting, kidnapped and sold to the rear palace. So in this like olden kind of Chinese setting, there's like the palace where the king and officials and people are, and then the rear palace is where the king's concubines and wives all hang out, and all, you know, he's, you know, just tries to pop out as many babies as possible, or has certain people who have his favor more than others. Anyway, but it's really interesting because so the person who's in charge of the rear palace, Jinchi, gets the apothecary's attention. Oh, well, like the apothecary gets his attention and starts getting her to help out with certain cases. And so like each episode-ish is like trying to like solve some sort of mystery, or her utilize her apothecary and her knowledge in some sort of way. It's really good. It's great. Highly recommend. The second season is coming out at the moment, so I have to wait. Anyway, reminds me of a guy I heard about. A guy who drank so much alcohol his body became completely dependent on it to live. I didn't think that was possible. His doctor knows about it, so do his family. He apparently drank liquor like water. That doesn't seem possible. Surely it should just kill you at that point. I was thinking it was the lack of taste thing, was just the despair of being in prison. I'd imagine it would be hard to get too excited about, well, anything. No, but the point is, sorry, like one, they kind of clue in that he's like, ding. Wait, yeah, is the food here really all that bad? Just the usual french fries, ham sandwiches, stuff like that. Yes, and yet I couldn't taste a thing. And then it's like, question mark? Like, ding! Like, that sounds like an important thing. Why would he say that? But yeah, he just said... What did he say? Shit, where is it? I don't know how much this means to me. I thought you said something else about all of the stuff. Yeah, anyway, well, guess we'll find out. Before you go, detective, do you have any new information to share?
Oh yeah, you were right about the victim's identity. Frost's work as a sculptor in France, and where he was known as Paul Halik.
Archie. Frost was Paul Halik? Never would have imagined.
Poor Mr. Halik. So the famous French sculptor wasn't a Frenchman after all, huh?
This all would certainly explain why Mr. Halik was such a recluse and refused to show his face in public.
He was busy working on his greatest masterpiece, apparently a bunch of Zodiac statues. Guess he'll never finish them now.
He never finished his greatest masterpiece?
Nah, seems he was making statues for each season. Yeah. But he never got around to the Winter Constellation.
Winter Constellation? You mean, I don't know what I just said. Taurus and Gemini? So the two he made out of ice would have completed the set. Yeah, now they're nothing but puddles. What a bummer.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, Ms. Bound, I wasn't blaming you.
One last thing, seems he had himself a bit of a spending habit when it came to his work. Every statue cost him millions to make, which means he was always strapped for cash. We're checking to see if there's any chance someone called in a debt.
It's not even famous artists to save from money problems. Do you have any idea why he entered the confectionery contest?
None. Guy didn't even tell his family.
I see. Yeah, the fact that Gregory is confused by that line, well, it's not about being confused, it's about dream. TDIL, Fender has exlaphagia, the tendency to eat paper. Oh, I didn't know that was actually a thing. That's crazy. I thought it was just an endearing trait.
Alright, really gotta get going. I'll go fetch another guard, but I can't be hanging around here longer.
Understood, detective. We'll see you again shortly. He's a good man. He certainly is. These guys just have the same voice now. And an uncompromising one. Somebody who can be trusted to stand up for what he believes in. He really is the best.
I'd scare the pants off anybody new he meets.
Huh. Now, we're going to... What I learned yesterday? Of course, allow me to give you a full report.
Beep 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 beep.
Thank you for that. Allow me to apologize on Judy's behalf. I'm gonna try and do his voice, but like more animated.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine, Mr. Tanjiro. As I told you yesterday, the important thing is that we learn the truth in the end. Now, would you mind if I asked you a question or two?
By all means, I'll gladly share all that I can.
Here we are again. Gonna wait for... There we go. What can you tell me about the contestants who took part in the final round of the contest? It was Miss Scone. I loved her design concept. Unfortunately, her entry was in violation of the rules, so I had to disqualify her. Mr. Gusto's creations were a perfect balance of flavor and design, at least up through this semi-final. But disappointingly, his entry for the final was subpar on both accounts. And there was actually something a little unusual about his entry for the semi-final as well. Which was, it tasted identical to Mr. Frost's. Oh. Oh. Huh? It may have looked different, but it could have sworn I was eating the same thing.
Huh? What exactly does his work look like?
Oh, there should be a photograph back at my mansion.
I'll show it to you later, Mr. Edgeworth.
Much appreciated, Miss Bound. But Mr. Frost's entry for the finals, that was truly sublime. So you were able to finish judging it, even though his body had been discovered in the meantime? Yes, I wasn't aware of what had happened until after I'd completed my assessment. Mr. Frost wasn't in his room when I visited, so I took the liberty of sampling a bit. Bit of the liar, I believe. I never tasted anything like it. It was like a dream. I was so moved that I burst into song. But didn't they say that was salty? Maybe he can't taste sweet thing? No, what? I don't know. What? I'm sorry, you're saying the liar tasted good? I'd like to hear more about that if you don't mind. Yeah, what the fuck? You're quite sure it was the liar you tasted when you sampled Mr. Frost's work? I'm certain of it. It was a part of the Gemini sculpture, which was the only sculpture in that display case. Mr. Tanjiro, would you mind taking a look at this photograph for me? So the parts you tried over the lab, the one shown here without any strings? Oh, there were strings originally. That was the part I ate. So the strings were missing because Mr. Tanjiro ate them, and he enjoyed them. Miss Scone told us she ate a part of the lie as well, but she said it was far too salty for her to finish. That is true. The truth is, I've suspected for a while that there might be something wrong with my sense of taste. There we go. Figured it out. Something wrong? How so exactly? There's a taste disorder characterized by an inability to detect salty flavors. We're getting there. We're getting there, guys. Okay. And I suspect I've been suffering from it. I eat so many sweet foods on a daily basis that it took a while for me to even notice. But there's no denying it now. That would explain why the food here seems so bland to him.
What? But your taste buds are your livelihood.
Even if there were some long-term treatment option, I highly doubt a total cure for your condition exists. Unless you die. Because, you know, you're currently criminal suspect. Nevertheless, you should put in a request to the police for a proper evaluation. Oh, that won't be necessary. I have a recipe for a cure back at my mansion. What? You do? I do. You can take a look at it for yourself if you like.
Samson, we can't show the recipe to just anyone.
Rudy, Mr. Edgeworth is hardly just anyone. He's my attorney. I have no secrets from him.
why she's sweating.
Yes, you're all right, of course, if that's what you wish. What on earth is a secret recipe for a miracle cure that they've been hiding?
Dun dun dun. Fries and ham are both flavors that tend to rely on salt for flavor. Yeah. Can't fucking eat it. Can't taste a thing when he ain't got that thing. Okay.
Suppose I better be getting back. Alright, I'll be right behind you. Judy.
Yes, Samson.
There's more to life than just me. Please, Judy, think about life you wanted to live. Because I won't always be around. Don't say that. Without you, I don't have a life to live. So I'll be waiting right there at the mansion till you come home. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I'm wondering what her angle is. Because she's the most prime suspect for the crime at this point, right? But what she said earlier. So she said earlier that she's indebted to Tangaroa, who has been like a father to her. How old is he? Sorry. 39 and 16. Right, so it's like double his age. More than that. Yeah, she said that she was indebted to him. And he had been like a father to her. So I'm wondering what would possess her to... And she liked Mr. Halik's work, right? She liked the PH guy. She liked Mr. Halik's work. She liked Mr. Halik's work. Oh, it's in the bottom there. There you go. Well enough that she wanted to take tons of pictures of his work, but still wanted to kill him? So, what? He caught her taking all the photos and he got mad and she killed him? And then the person she's indebted to, who, you know, has raised her since infancy, she would blame him. She would try to incriminate him to do the murder? Like, that doesn't seem like I don't understand what would entice someone to do such a thing.
Wait, Miss Round.
Judy.
Ham can certainly be more interesting, but you're not gonna be doing a nice marmalade glazed roast ham for a prisoner meal. Just give him some, like, jam ham, you know? You could probably do that. Or, like corned beef with marmalade or something. That would work. Why not? I mean, it wouldn't be crazy. Just give him a little bit of something.
Whoa, she seemed really upset. I thought I saw tears in her eye.
Why'd you even say all that to her? Because I worry about her. She can't keep putting my needs ahead of her own. What do you mean? The Halik collection, the candy making. It's all because she thinks these things will make me happy. She never thinks about what she wants, what she likes. I just want her to be her own person, to choose her own identity. The last thing I want is for her to miss out on all that life has to offer because of me. I guess that really makes sense. He really does see her as his own child. What parent wouldn't want their child to walk their own path? What parent wouldn't do everything they could to protect them? Oh shit. Maybe that's the angle. I know exactly how he feels in this moment.
Does that mean he's intentionally? Well, then wouldn't he be fighting? If he intentionally is taking the fall. It's actually a good point. What's to say? Like, I don't think while he was judging, I don't think he was on camera for it, right? So what's to say that he didn't walk in as Judy committed the crime and he's like, don't worry, we'll get me to do it and I'll be accused of everything. I think I've asked you everything I can for now. Should be getting back to the crime scene.
Oh, you're leaving, I see. I suppose I'll be going back to the interrogation room for another session.
Ah, yes, well, we'll have to do something about that.
Just speak to police for me.
That too, but I'll be putting something else in place as well.
What?
An ace up our sleeves when the time comes. Baby Gumshoe. Oh my god, I want to see Baby Gumshoe. I look forward to learning more. I'm counting on you, Mr. Edgeworth. Like, why would he be pleading innocent? If he was trying to take the fall for his daughter, for his daughter's murder, then why would he be pleading non-guilty? He'd be pleading guilty.
We'll be back to brief you, Mr. Tangaroo, every day. Judy too.
Thank you, Eddie. I'll look forward to it. Mr. Tangaroo, your interrogator will do everything in his power to extract a confession from you. I hate to see an innocent man suffer like this. But please, you have to do everything you can to hold out. If you can't, Mr. Von Karma will use that confession against you for as long as this case stands, and it will make it that much harder for me to save you.
I understand, and I'll try.
I won't give up until you're out of there, Mr. Tangaroa. You have my word on that.
Oh, God.
Here we go again. Alright. 11 a.m. Detective Bab, thank you again for what you did earlier.
Yeah, thanks a ton. What are you talking about?
Can I just say, the first half of this stream was so much easier on my voice than the second half. Like, the difference between at least doing a couple more female voices and even Miles Edgeworth's like voice doesn't really hurt that much, and then switching to, again, these three centric people whose voices are all terrible for my throat is just, it's just tragic.
Haha, there's no need to be shy about it. Never mind that, I guess you two are having to investigate some more.
We are indeed. We need something solid if we're going to save Mr. Tangaroa.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but apart from this room, the whole place is on lockdown. What? You see those other rooms?
This is Mr. Von Karma's doing, I presume.
Who else? Haven't seen the autopsy report yet either. Guess probably got a hand in that too. Don't expect to speak with anybody, except us cops and Ms. Brown. Everybody else is gone. I doubt Von Karma will be handing out phone numbers. This all just came to him. Why does he have to go so far?
So what's your plan of action, Detective? Alright, I'm gonna play Ghost of Tsushima, or something for an hour or so, and head to bed. I'll see you later for D&D. Yeah, D&D. Let's go. Have a good night's sleep, house. Oh wait, I have a good day. Oh wait, no, you do say head to bed. Okay, you get some good sleep too, man. And I'll see you tomorrow. It'll be good. I need Robert to head straight to bed after stream. I'll see if I can get to the end of this case and stop there. I don't think I will though.
Same as before. Do what I can to help you uncover the truth, like I promised.
My gratitude. I'm gonna have to start skipping some lines again.
Just you wait, Mr. Von Karma. We're gonna beat you in your bag of dirty tricks.
Detective, may we conduct a brief investigation? Investigation begin. Oh, so we're just searching the overarching area. The main area. Alright, well, I'm gonna save.
Do a little hinky-dinky save.
I wonder if there's going to be a second murder that we find out from this case as well. Maybe. It was made of candy. I guess it wasn't meant to last forever.
Makes sense. Prizes, fame, never lasts forever, right?
Doubt it's anything quite that deep. What an interesting idea. Guess the candy reindeer is meant to show the way.
Being antlers like that must be a bull.
I think not. Male reindeer shed their antlers in winter. Therefore, this must be a female.
Thanks, Mr. Trivia. Attorneys.
They don't teach you about reindeers in law school, detective. Wondering how much I investigate here. What do you have to say, Eddie? Moment of your time, Eddie. Can I present my badge to you? Actually, no, I've done that. He's like, oh my god, you're giving it to me? And it's like, no, 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 no. Excuse me, I see what you're investigating. Sir, I'm analyzing the fountain water to see what might be in it, sir.
And what have you found?
Chocolate, it looks like the kind of flavorings and colorings used in frozen desserts, sir. The composition of the chocolate seems to be the same as that of Mr. Tangaroa's work. And the flavorings and colors match the profile of those used in Mr. Frost's ice sculptures. Oh, right. Because the stuff on either side melted. Alright. It would have, like, floated into the side areas, so it ends up in the center.
There's the river flow from all 4 artist rooms right here to this end. Guess that's how the stuff from the melted sculptures wound up in here.
That's not all, sir. We also found blood. Ew, what?
What? Why is there blood in the water?
Think back to our investigation of the murder scene, detective. Take another look at the scene in front of us. Full of blood that should be here is clearly missing. What, someone broke the piece, washed it, and, I don't know, decided not to put it back? Alright, speaking of D&D, my group finished our campaign last Sunday. Ooh, congratulations. Hope it ended well. Hope it didn't end devastatingly. You're like, you're like, and everyone died, and it's like, hold up. TPK is real.
You're right. Don't remember anyone mentioned they removed the blood along with the body.
The victim's blood was mysteriously absent, as was the part of the chocolate chest it had pulled on. I believe that the blood probably belonged to the person who's dead.
The victim, huh? I'll have the guy compare it with the blood of the murder weapon.
What the fuck was that?
It's a match. The blood in the fountain is Frost's.
Why would someone want to send the victim's blood downstream into the fountain like this? I do wonder, like what they were trying to hide. I would say they were maybe trying to hide his true identity, but then why would they leave the seal, his seal, beside him? Man, so many little contradicting items in this that I get confused by. Hello, lady.
Little bow.
Found the photograph and the semi-final entries for you. Here, it's all yours. Ooh. They're beautiful. Wow. Wow, Miss Scone sure knows how to make a cute cake. Yes, Samson loves her design for that one. And he loved the designs and flavor for Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost Sensory too. Only problem was, as Samson mentioned earlier, they tasted exactly the same. However, their respective entries for the final tasted nothing alike, it seems. Was there anything else of note that changed between the semi-final and the final? Nothing major, but I guess there was one thing. Mr. Gusto's son was always here with him throughout the contest. What? He was nowhere to be seen during the final. Oh my god, please tell me he's wearing green. Please be wearing green. Please be wearing green. Please be wearing green. Why would his son come and hang out at a contest venue of all places? You're sure you're happy for us to keep a hold of this?
Of course. I hope it helps in your investigation. Yay.
Pretty photo.
Oh, and I have the book containing the recipe for the cure Samson mentioned. Angel's Cookbook.
I've seen this book before.
It was in the chaplet frame in Tangaroa's room.
That's right. Put it on display there so everybody could see the grand prize.
What? Cure's in the Ultimate Cookbook? So it's not a book of dessert recipes, I take it? Oh, no, we told the contestants, of course. But I guess nobody told you yet.
So all the contestants all knew the Ultimate Cookbook was this the whole time. A book containing formulas for creating a cure for taste disorders and other chemical and pharmaceutical items. I'd like to hear more about the cookbook if you don't mind.
That's.
It very nearly ended with us setting off an apocalypse, lol. What? That was not the reaction I was expecting. Our big bad was a sympathetic guy who's trapped in a pocket dimension made by his guilt and self-loathing. And he asked permission to leave, and sounded like he was sincere. Two of us were rolling insight, the person who rolled 18 fully believed him. My character got a 24 and a 25 insight on those and got very minimal hints that there might be something wrong. What the fuck? Surely from that high of an insight, anything higher than like 17 insight should like basically be like, yeah, no, there's something up with this. Wait, so you set him free? What happened? More stories. So if I understand correctly, the Ultimate Cookbook is actually a collection of recipes for different medicines.
Exactly, or rather totally new medication that haven't made it to market yet, to be precise. To the right buyer, a pharmaceutical company, for example, it would be worth a fortune.
Why didn't anyone sell it sooner? I mean, I guess that's a good reason for her to sell off the book. Like, if she wants to get in the money and everything, like if anyone wants to be rich for the rest of their lives, like, anyone has a good goal for going for gold, for winning.
But why make the grand prize in a confectionery contest? Mr. Tangaroa is the sole heir of the Tangaroa family fortune. Perhaps you heard of the Tangaroa Group?
The Tangaroa Group? Yeah, I think I've heard of them. Somewhere before?
It's a major pharmaceutical corporation. Sells all kinds of pills and poisons.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, the new Cold Killer Pro.
God, fuck, they had to name drop that. That's a medicine that's used in a case in a case from Phoenix's past where he's like, I gotta take my Cold Killer Pro in the mornings. Anyway.
I've been making some real waves since it went on sale. Always reach for a cold killer when I'm feeling under the weather.
Which is never as far as I've seen. I'd like to hear more about Tangaroa Group if you don't mind. So Mr. Tangaroa not only take over for his parents and go into the family business.
No, he preferred the idea of making people's lives better through the power of confectionery. And his parents supported him in the quest to become the best in the world. Then, when they passed away, he inherited the cookbook.
Why would he make such a valuable heirloom a mere contest prize?
He's been hounded by so many people looking to make that book their own. He was tired of it. But it would have been an insult to his parents' memory simply to give it away. So he decided to find someone he felt was worthy of it. I bet the board of directors loved that. Handed over the fruits of all their expensive research to someone else. They hated the idea, of course, which is why Delicia entered the contest. The Tangaroa Group wanted her to win the book back for them.
Oh, shit. Fuck, okay. We didn't set him free. If we did, he would have destroyed the city we were based out of and been a major problem for the world as a whole. He was a guy who'd gotten so much divine support back in the day that he was basically a demigod in his own right, so having a high deception score made sense. Right, okay. So did you have a fight then? What did you fight then? Was there anything you... Like if you didn't let him out, did he try to break out of himself, or... Drew knew she was a pharmacist all along.
Yes. Not only that, I told her how to appeal to Samson's taste. I tried to help her win.
But why?
I wanted to protect Samson by protecting the Tangaroa group. If that cookbook fell into another company's hands, the board would never forgive him. So I wanted to find a way to keep it with the company, but in a way that Samson couldn't object.
So that's how Miss Scone managed to make it so far in the contest she had no business taking part in.
Miss Scone wasn't the only one pretending, was she? Mr. Frost wasn't really a confectioner either. And he still made it all the way to the final, just like she did. Not bad. Yes, it's unbelievable, isn't it? Such a talented sculptor and a gifted crafter of desserts, too.
Gifted indeed, judging by the standard of his work in the final. But how did one man produce pieces of that size and quality in such a short period of time?
Huh? What do you mean?
It could have been possible.
I'm not sure I have much more to tell you. But if there's anything else I can help you, I'd be happy to help.
She's certainly very keen to ensure that she does all she can for Mr. Tangaroa. I could certainly use a cup of tea you made us yesterday if you wouldn't mind. I think that might help move the investigation along nicely.
Oh, I'll have some too. Your tea is to die for, Ms. Bound. But how could I possibly refuse? I'll bring it straight out. No, I think that cheered her up a little.
Alright, that's the investigation. Man, didn't do too much more than that. I would have investigated the rest of the room, but I'm tired. Don't wanna do too much more talking. Alright, flashback. What was he doing in Mr. Frost's room? That's not all. I also have questions about the work he submitted for the semifinals. A confectioner who admits to lacking design sense and a sculptor who's with it in spades. Mr. Gusto could not have hoped to win such a high-level contest by himself. Why? Which is why I'm beginning to wonder if there was some sort of connection between him and Mr. Frost. Oh, okay. Detective, I need to ask Miss Gusto a few more questions. His story still doesn't seem to add up for me. Oh yeah, we're making it. Again, there it goes.
Me neither.
We need to figure out how to get in touch with him. Oh, do you now?
Hello, fuckface. Not a fan. You little bitch.
Good luck with that, because I've no intention of allowing it. Mr. Boncala, I am already in the midst of my own investigation into Gusto.
Right.
So, there is no need for the likes of you to pester him with the same questions again. Tisk. I, however, will be happy to answer any questions you might have. Seems dead set on preventing me from talking to Mr. Gusto, in which case... Fine. Then allow me to take you up on your offer. Very well, what is it? I'd like you to tell me about the connection between Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost.
Oh no.
Instead, we turned him down, gave him combat therapy, a combination of beating the shit out of him and talking him down, reminding him of the good he's done. First form was a giant maggot thing with too many eyes. Second form was basically an angel with a halo of spears. And the final form was a tired old man, which is when we managed to talk him down all the way. In the end, we got the good ending, where the ancient hero gets to go back to the world and see the world he helped create and preserve. Oh, cool. That sounds awesome. Like the idea of having like a whole combat where you have to like convince the person you're fighting to. Like I feel like most of the time it's just like, I am an indestructible evil. You know what I mean? That's pretty fucking cool. I love that.
The connection between Gusto and Frost. It was simply a matter of coincidence. They both happened to take part in the same contest.
That's not much.
And that's all.
Huh. That's all I have to say to you.
What? That doesn't help us at all.
We have to confront him with evidence if we want to draw the truth out of him.
Alright.
Well,
This guy's a little bit of a bitch. And by a little bit of a bitch, I mean a massive bitch. Honestly, he's always coming in here and ruining all my investigations. I don't approve. I'll say no, good sir. I say no. And when I say good sir, I mean bad sir. He's a very bad sir, a terrible sir. Ugh, I hate him. What?
Matter of coincidence, they both happen to take part in the same contest.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Maybe this one.
Objection!
I said the two tasted the same.
I wonder if you could look at the two confections in the foreground for me, Mr. Von Karma. They were made for the contest semi-final. Both are quite exquisitely crafted, wouldn't you agree? Get to the point. As the nameplate suggests, they were both Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost's entry. Mr. Gusto told us the confectionery design was far from his strong suit. And yet, his work in the picture is just as good as Mr. Frost's. Exactly as good, in fact. We learned from another witness that their two entries also tasted the exact same.
Objection!
What are you suggesting? I'm suggesting that they were helping one another out. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Well, at first glance, the two may appear to be superficially different.
Like the tails are kind of like similar, like they use the similar color. Oh, the flowers are identical too? And even like there's little berries at the bottom which are the same. Ah, there you go.
It soon becomes apparent that there are significant similarities to how they were put together. Made of the same ingredients, taste the same, and share a similar design aesthetic. This picture is proof positive that the two were working together. If you've figured that much out, I suppose there's little point in denying it. Mr. Von Karma knew all along that they were cooperating, but I'll warn you, none of what you're about to hear will be to your advantage.
Okay. I don't like this guy. And I will continue to profess that. At least until he's off my screen. Hopefully soon.
Let me confirm what you've been so desperate to prove. Gusto and Frost were indeed working together. Gusto spelled out the details.
Okay, I need to drink more water. I'm like, why is the voices getting more difficult to say? Has she drunk water recently? Has she? Has she? No.
Objection!
Alright guys, I'm just drinking some fat ass water. But it's, well, it's just water. Okay, you gotta believe me. Just plain old healthy water from the tap. They were helping one another right up until the day before the final. Do you have information that contradicts that? I'm so sleepy. So sleepy. were indeed working together. Gusto spelled out the details of their relationship to Frost during his questioning last night. They're helping out each other right up until the day before the final. Do you have information that contradicts that? I want to say this. I'm gonna save. Because I don't think that should be possible. If they weren't allowed into each other's rooms, then...
Objection!
Yeah.
Can I press? Based on Mr. Tangaro's assessment, it sounds as if Mr. Frost's entry for the final was the clear winner. You must have been working with Mr. Gusto, right? That's precisely what I was thinking. Oh. Up until the day before the final. So I'm trying to prove... Sorry, I was thinking like I was trying to disprove that. Okay. Hey Tap. How you doing, buddy? Yes. Chat is very cute. Double chat. Double cuteness. I am hydrating. I'm in the process of hydrating. I'm very tired. Sprinkle positivity. And... Illy Tap. Helping one another right up until the day before the final.
Objection!
Okay. It was the saltiness factor. Which is an odd thing to say, but here we are. They weren't working together during the finals. I find that a little hard to believe. Scone is on record as having described Mr. Frost's creation as scrumptious. And while he was certainly skilled, I doubt even he could have become a world-class confectioner overnight. It seems far more likely to me that Mr. Gusto was still cooperating during the finals. How many times must I explain this to you? Assertions require proof, and one's person's entire subjective statement is not proof of anything. Besides, even amateurs can occasionally make delicious food. Perhaps Frost was simply lucky. My wife, for example, is an amateur whose cooking puts first-class chefs to shame. The idea of Von Karma being married is mind-boggling to me every single time I think about it. Like, he was married, and the wife might have at least liked him enough to have a kid. Like, I think that's insane to me, you know? Insane that though Franziska did get raised in Germany, so maybe they're not on the best of terms? That's not entirely subjective statement. Furthermore, you are ignoring another crucial part of the pharmacist's testimony. Namely, that she had also described some of Frost's work as being unbearably salty. In other words, your evidence actually shows that Frost failed to produce the perfect confectionery. No more objections, I take it. Must be some way I can prove that Gusto and Frost were still collaborating.
Mr. E? There's something that's been on my mind.
Yes. What is it, Eddie?
Mr. Frost's entry for the finals? Wouldn't it have taken a while to make?
I would imagine so.
Creating flavored water at freezing all and then carving 2 whole sculptures? Could he really have done all of that and helped Mr. Gusto with his work? If it was me, I'd have barely gotten as far as setting the flavored water up to freeze part. I just can't see how Mr. Frost could have pulled it off.
Perhaps there is some lawyering instinct in you after all, Eddie. Aw. You're pondering, certainly. I love seeing him eat paper. It's so funny. Your pondering certainly point to another possibility. Eddie's right. Mr. Frost would have needed to freeze his own large blocks of flavored ice to create his art, and there wouldn't have been time to do that during the contest itself. So what must Mr. Frost have done in order to keep his flavored ice entry within the time limit? Make the ice the day before, make the ice the day of the final, make it out of something else entirely.
What's the answer?
I want to say it's made out of something else entirely.
But if that's the case, what is it?
What would be... like, what would be something that can melt? What's something that could melt? I'm gonna save. What's something that could melt but freeze, like, quicker? I would say, I mean, the answer's probably make the ice the day before, right? Or is it the day of the final? The day before? But it would explain why some of it might have had a salty taste too. But it's made out of frozen Gatorade. Maybe the day before. Then all he would have had to do was sculpt it. What are you muttering about now? Oh, I'm sorry. I just realized something, that's all. I realized that you're correct.
What, Mr. E?
I hope you know what you're doing.
Oh, accepting defeat at last, are we?
Heh. The only thing I'm accepting is that perhaps one of the things you said were true. They were helping one another right up until the day before the final. Just as you said, the day before the final really did mark the end of their collaboration. See, this is why I was thinking that was correct. Mr. Frost's entry was carved entirely from blocks of flavored ice. Ice which would have needed at least a day to freeze. And those flavors would therefore have already been prepared by Mr. Gusto. Yes, which lines up perfectly with what Gusto told me, that he helped Frost until the day before the final. In that case, why didn't Mr. Frost reciprocate and help Mr. Gusto in return? I can hardly be expected to read the minds of the dead. Perhaps not, but I imagine Mr. Gusto could tell us. Why don't you bring him in? Or do you still insist your interrogation was as thorough as you claim? How dare you call my methods into question? That's not my intention. I just don't understand why you wouldn't obstruct a perfectly valid line of inquiry. Give me one good reason as to why you're keeping Mr. Gusto from me.
One good reason, certainly. The how and why of Frost and Gusto's collaboration have absolutely no bearing on this case.
Objection!
How can you possibly say that with any certainty? If their relationship had broken down for some reason, that could very well have been the motive behind this murder.
Objection!
Could it indeed?
Then why did Gusto himself tell me all about it? Why did the man you seem so keen on accusing share the details of this collaboration with the prosecution? Please tell me you have more proof to back up your preposterous suspicions this time.
Oh, well, yeah, fuck. Fuck, I'm not sure. I need more water.
Okay, Romero's done with this chapter. Which is good, because Romero's at the end of the stream. Oh, okay.
Mr. Gusto only acted suspiciously one time that we know of. And I imagine Mr. Von Karma is aware of exactly what that suspicious action was. Huh? Which means it's probably a trap. Huh. Well, cat got your tongue. But even if this is a trap, I can't back down now. Mr. Gusto snuck into Mr. Frost's room, and we still don't know why. That fact alone is reason enough to suspect him. If that's your only concern, then allow me to clear it up for you. I knew it. It was a trap. I was saving this for the trial, but consider it a taste of things to come. Plus, I'd hate for the proceedings to drag on because of your needless interjection. Here, take a look at this.
Oh, they're friends.
They have kids that go to the same school. That's Gusto and Frost, and their sons. Aww. Can't believe Artie has a son, though. Cute. Gusto stuck into Frost's room in order to retrieve this photo. Why? It seems their sons attended the same elementary school. Gusto was concerned that the fact of Mr. Frost and his acquaintance might place him under undue suspicion. A concern that you have just proved with it was entirely well-founded. Dirk. Gusto's actions make perfect sense, and you have given me no reason to believe otherwise. No. No. You're never going to let me talk to Mr. Gusto. Now, if you're quite done obstructing my investigation, I have things to be getting on with.
Bye-bye, little bitch.
Hate that guy. Love to see him walk away. Love to see him stay dead.
That smug, self-righteous jerk. I'll give him something to be getting on with. What do we do, Mr. E? Mr. Tangaroa's finished if we can't figure something out.
Things to be getting on with. What exactly could those things be? Here's a body, a murder weapon, a suspect in custody. If the prosecution means to pursue Mr. Tangaroa, surely they have all they need. So why is Mr. Von Karma still investigating the scene of the crime?
Something on your mind, Mr. E?
We're missing something important. Mr. Von Karma has everything he needs to proceed with the prosecution of Mr. Tangaroa. And yet, he doesn't seem entirely confident of his case. If he was, why refuse to share information from Detective Bad? 24-hour post-murder, there's still no autopsy report. Oh. In addition, we still haven't solved the mystery of what happened to the evidence that went missing. Full of blood. Evidence that turned up right in Mr. Tangaroa's room, but in most unusual place. Blood in the fountain. Ah, shit. Hold up. So there were no traces of Mr. Frost's blood left in Mr. Tangaroa's room. Yet, we found some in the fountain instead. Why? Well, obviously it was washed in it, right? Mr. Frost's blood went missing from the crime scene, but traces of it showed up in the fountain. Why go to the trouble of removing the blood from the scene after the body had been discovered? Why only the blood? Surely the body would also been in the way. Wait, could someone have moved the body aside to get to the blood? Someone moved the body aside in order to get the blood that was in the chest. Well, yeah. How else do you think they took out the bottom? He's not dead?
What, Nani?
So the body might have been moved aside or even removed from the scene of the crime entirely. After all, as far as we know, there's still no autopsy report. We've learned plenty about the murder weapon and the suspect, but very little about the body itself. Our assumption thus far has been the body has been recovered by the forensic team. But what if that assumption is false?
What?
What if Mr. Von Karma wouldn't show Detective Bad the autopsy report out of something other than spite?
What?
What if we've been thinking about this the wrong way around all along?
What?
Question isn't why didn't Mr. Von Karma hold back information about the body? It's did Mr. Von Karma even have any information about the body in the first place?
Oh shit.
How do things look from that angle? Perhaps the body hadn't been removed by the police in order to carry out an autopsy. Perhaps it had already been removed and hidden away by the culprit before their arrival.
Hold up. What are you saying? Hold up. Are you saying someone removed the body? That can't be right. But hang on, when we turned up, it was only tape, right? Hold up. Does that mean Ms. Bound or someone heard the body? What? Wait.
So we have this photo, right? We have this photo, which shows the clear outline, the blood pooling, da-da-da-da-da. But we don't actually...
What?
Hold up, I need to go back and read that again. Question isn't why didn't Mr. Von Karma hold back information about the body? It's did Mr. Von Karma even have any information about the body in the first place? How do things look from that angle? Perhaps the body hadn't been removed by the police in order to carry out an autopsy. Perhaps it had already been removed and hidden away by the culprit before their arrival. But then how do you know that a murder has taken place? Judy? Both heard the rumors about Mr. Von Karma's questionable methods. Fabricated witness statements, shady deals, forged evidence even.
Sure, everyone's heard that stuff. What's that got to do with us right now?
If everyone's heard about it, why does anyone trust him? Like, why does he have even any shred of credibility left? I would never judge a person on the basis of rumors alone. Even Mr. Von Karma, I've tried my best not to let my preconceptions color our interactions with him. Nonetheless, it appears he may indeed be willing to twist the truth of to his own ends.
Twist the truth? You mean he's been playing dirty?
I fear it might have been, and still is. I'm not about to let him get away with it.
Oh.
Why is Gregory such a man?
I'm returning to the prosecutor's office. Don't breathe a word about anything to that infernal attorney.
Yes, sir.
Hold it!
Yes, what is it now?
I have a few questions, Mr. Von Karma, about a certain fact you've been keeping from us.
Really? You mean to call the methods of an official sanctioned investigation into question yet again? I'm warning you, if you obstruct the police in their work any further, there will be consequences.
Objection!
It's not the police I have an issue with, Mr. Von Karma. It's you.
What?
Isn't it on the prosecution to work out who the real culprit of a crime is?
Oh, what foolishness is this? I have no intention of debating what the prosecution role is or is not with the likes of you. But let me make one thing clear. My job is to identify suspects and ensure that every last one of them is convicted at all costs. Believe me when I say I leave absolutely no room for doubt when I present my perfect, unassailable cases.
Objection!
And how far would you go for your perfect cases? Would you create facts out of whole cloth, perhaps?
Ha! I thought you had outdone yourself already. Now you intend to accuse me of fabricating evidence.
I do, because it is why you've done nothing but hinder Detective Bad from doing his job at every turn.
What are you talking about?
You didn't shut him out of the investigation because you want him to keep an eye on us. You did it to stop him from finding out that you don't have the body.
What? He doesn't have the body?
Objection!
Ridiculous. You're clutching at straws. I will tolerate no more of your preposterous slander.
Then allow us to examine it.
Prove me wrong if you can. I'm afraid you'll have to try a little harder than that. I'm under no obligation whatsoever to prove your baseless accusation one way or another.
Objection!
As you must have seen for yourself, a piece of bloodied chocolate is missing from the scene of the crime. Oh god, these memories again. Why did it appear? And where did it go? Where did it come from? Ugh, okay. What does it matter? Some blood went missing from the chest where the body was found, so what? So what indeed? That's precisely my question. If the body was still at the scene when the police got here, removing the blood would accomplish nothing. However, let us suppose for a moment that the body was not. Somebody had wanted to erase any trace of what had happened in that room, then it all makes perfect sense.
Objection!
Where you believe the chocolate went? Well, into the water. Is that what we're talking about?
Of course, after all, evidence is everything, as you're never tired of telling us. I believe this should back up my theory quite nicely.
The stuff in the water? Wait, where is it?
Frost blood was found in the fountain, but not at the scene of the crime.
Take that!
Traces of the victim's blood were found in the fountain, along with traces of the chocolate from Mr. Tangaroa's room. I believe the missing pieces of blood-stained chocolate was dumped into the stream that flows to the fountain.
But also, like, why, man? I don't get it. Why take just the blood away from the scene? What does it prove? What does it hide?
Strongly points towards one certain fact. Someone personally disposed of the blood after the body had been removed from the chest. Mr. Von Karma, where did you find the body? You didn't find it, did you? Answer me. You, where do you get your hands on that kind of evidence? You have neither the authority nor the means to carry out that kind of analysis on the fountain water.
No, but I do.
Curses you bad. You've been a thorn in my side from the moment you are assigned. But no longer. As of now, you're officially off the case.
I was barely on in the first place.
Mr. Von Karma, you still haven't answered my question. Will you admit it? Will you confirm that no body was ever recovered? It's really quite the claim, you know. One I shall never find any proof of, I'm afraid.
How can you... guys, again, can you just praise Orb? We can praise Orb. Guys, I just want to say, like, it's insane to me that this guy, we're trying to investigate a crime without a body. Like, someone's gonna want the body for, like, you know, someone's gonna want the body for, like, a funeral and stuff. Like, what the fuck? No. 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 I'm thinking, like, maybe the guy's not even dead. 'Cause, hear me out. Is it possible he faked his own death? Because the girl found the body and there was blood and she took a photo of him being dead, but then if they didn't find a body, that means it was moved. Was he maybe alive? Not sure.
What must I do to get an answer out of him? Now, if you don't mind, I've given you quite enough of my precious time already. Look forward to destroying you in court, Gregory Edgeworth. If you want to destroy me, you can always call up my office. Available 24/7.
God, I hate his clicking thing.
Your precious logic and theories won't save you then. Nothing will.
Okay, but like, where's the body?
Mark my words. Mr. Montgomery, your methods will be your undoing. No matter how you try to hide the truth, I'll bring it all to light in the end.
I respect him.
Alright, Orbo.
Praise Orba. Orb. Praise the boy, the borba, dorba.
I want the orb up here.
Boop, 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 boop.
Forgive me, Detective. I didn't mean to put you in a difficult position.
Don't sweat it. It was always gonna end this way. Honestly, no one's ever sidelined me the way he did before. First time for everything, huh? You know, I think you might be right about the body being missing.
I am, and I'll prove it in court.
Heh, but if there's anything I can do to your help, just say the word. Since, you know, I'm off the case now.
That's very kind of you. Sorry to keep asking favors of you, Detective Bad, but there's one more thing.
Hey, what are you guys whispering about? Come on, let me in on the secret.
Alright, Eddie. The detective and I were just arranging a little insurance for the trial. I think we have enough to see Mr. Tangaroa is acquitted, but I prefer to have an ace in the hole just in case.
Okay. Man, what is it?
You'll find out in the courtroom.
Wait, what? You're letting me join you?
Of course I am. You're my assistant, after all.
I'll be more than that by next year. I'll be a full-fledged attorney, you know. We can take on Mr. Von Karma together.
Indeed. Though I'm hoping we would have freed Mr. Tangaroa by then. If we're up against Mr. Von Karma, I guess we can't rule out the possibility that this might take some time.
Right. We'll do everything we can in the meantime. Know you can beat Mr. Von Karma, Mr. E. I believe in you. Okay.
We can't allow Mr. Tangaroa to remain imprisoned for a crime he didn't commit. And we won't. I'll expose Mr. Karma's lies if it's the last thing I do.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
We did it! Oh yeah, good night, Tom, Ellie. Love you. Have a good night's sleep. I'll be heading to bed soon. Too. In a second. In a second. I want to see the start of this, guys. I like how it's like the same forensic guy sitting there. I was really hoping to find out who the body was. Oh, I was really hoping to find out who the body was. I need to go to bed. But yeah, have a good night.
That's pretty much how things went down. Those are the facts of AEST 7 as far as I'm concerned. I'm finally learning the truth about my father's last case. So what happened to the trial? Well, we lost. Von Karma really did a number on us.
Really? Couldn't prove that Mr. Tangaroa was innocent?
Oh, we could prove it alright. Had a decent little pile of evidence in our favor. Problem was, we underestimated Von Karma. He fought even dirtier than we feared. I can imagine, secure conviction at all costs. That was always his guiding principle. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Anywho, the trial dragged on, whole thing took about a year in the end. I'll never forget the day the verdict came down, December 28th the following year. It's April now, so oh my, we're talking about 17 years ago. Time sure does fly, huh? December 28th. I was there. That day 17 years ago, sitting in the courtroom gallery. Alright. Just before the trial got started, Gregory noticed that Samson was looking even worse than usual. Turns out the poor guy had finally reached his limit. It was so bad, even said he wanted to be found guilty.
Wait, you mean they forced a confession out of him?
Yeah, Von Karma got what he has been pushing for from the very beginning. And when Gregory tried to drop the bombshell about there being nobody to speak of, he learned that Von Karma had used the power of the police to head him off at the pass. Even had himself a fake autopsy report. But that wasn't the end of it. Von Karma had gotten Samson to falsely testify against himself to being an accessory to murder in court. Combined with his confession, the poor guy's goose was well truly cooked. I That's pretty fucked. But Gregory still had his ace in the hole, though.
The same ace he asked Detective Bad to help him with.
Exactamundo. He knew he needed one last card to play if they squeezed a confession out of Samson. So he had Bad record all of Samson's interrogations.
So I guess Detective Bad really wanted to know the truth too, huh?
We all did. But he was a trooper, stayed with the case even after Von Karma took him off it. He was tied up in some other big case too. Good old Bad. They don't make him like they know like that anymore.
He's a good guy.
Anyway, Gregory presented the recordings as proof that Samson's confessions were coerced. And you know what? It almost worked. A captain named Ian Seidman got fired. Samson's interrogator and the initial detective before Bad, he took the fall for pretty much the whole thing. But Von Karma didn't get away scot-free. In fact, he was disciplined by the chief prosecutor.
For the one and only time in his 40-year career.
Still, Samson himself couldn't stomach another day in prison. So when the guilty verdict came down, it didn't just signal the end of that day, but for the whole sad affair.
I don't remember a lot myself, but my father's face was when they declared Mr. Tangaroa guilty. I was a young child at the time, but even I could tell how much he was hurting inside.
Harry wanted to appeal the ruling, of course. He would have done anything to clear Samson's name, but then, well, you know what happened next. Poor guy, never got the chance.
Fucking bitch. This makes the death even sadder. Like, this is tragic.
I should have left with him that day. I'll always blame myself for not doing that. But I shoved that aside and obsessed over something else instead.
Oh no. What did he do? Oh yeah, right.
Or rather, someone else. I hated what you did. Hated you for choosing to stick with Von Karma. I hope you can forgive me.
No, it's fine. It's okay. Everything's fine. I don't mind. No, you had every right to hate me. I went on to become a prosecutor as planned, and that's when Mr. Von Karma showed me this case file. According to these records, Mr. Tangaroa was convicted as the main culprit in Mr. Frost's murder.
Nope, that's not right. Samson was convicted as an accessory to murder.
It's strange. The file clearly states that he was the perpetrator. Plus, I'm fairly certain that all of Mr. Von Karma's cases were successfully solved.
Mind if I take a peek at those? This file's been doctored. The part about the verdict, it's been changed.
What?
Here, feast your peepers on this.
Organizer of confectionery contest. Victim's body was found inside one of his creations. While in detention, Tangaroa discovered that he had a taste disorder, which subsequently cured via medication. Verdict: convicted as an accomplice based on his confession. Convicted as an accomplice?
That's a copy of the file they had on record at the courthouse.
What? Then why is my copy so different?
Well, you said it came from Von Karma, yeah. I guess he didn't want Gregory's son thinking there was a murderer out there at large. Didn't want you looking into it again before the statute of limitations was up.
So everything I believed about the case was a lie?
Like they say, we've all got to start somewhere. What's important is you know what's what now. Statute of limitations may have run out, but the truth's still out there, you know?
And they can reopen it now, too.
I inherited Samson's case when your old man passed. Prosecution handed it off to someone else, too. Great Von Karma wasn't going to bother facing off against a rookie like me, was he? Anyway, long story short, the killer was never found. Samson was found guilty instead.
Okay. Alright, bedtime. I think that's a good place to leave it. I know I could have ended like where the thing was, but I wanted to keep going a little bit. I mean, I was also really hoping we'd find out what the murder fucking was, like who died, who was in the fountain, but we haven't gotten to that point yet. So tomorrow, I guess. Bedtime, bedtime, gotta go to bed, it's bedtime. Yay. What a... my god. So thirsty. Anyway. Bedtime, guys. Yeah. Thank you guys all for watching. This is a long case, but we're at least probably, I think we're up to the start of end part 1 or something now at least. So it's coming together slowly. We're gonna try and get this case as close to done by the end of tomorrow as I can. And then we're doing a Skyrim bingo on Thursday. Woo. Gonna be fun. So stream will start earlier, and we'll just play Skyrim, and it'll be chill time. I need to probably check to see if I have mods in place or not. I probably want to make sure that I have no mods in place. Probably? I'm not sure. I need to think about it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you'll have an excellent day today and tomorrow, okay? Have a lovely day, everyone. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you all tomorrow for more Ace Attorney, okay? Alright, nighty-night. Gotta go to bed for D&D in the morning. That's gonna be fun. Woo! Alright, night-night.